Talk Radio. Across the UK. Late night with Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Yeah, and me, Iain Lee. We don't even have Kath in yet. I mean, this is a little bit rude, that, but there you go. What the hell? It's Coronavirus Friday.
Pony.
You're a fanny.
Grab pussy. Please. You can do it right now, please.
It's Ginger Baker. Dear. What a radio programme this is. Can you turn the faders up? What are you beefing on about?
Yeah, baby. Come on. Is that 12? She was just 17.
The only way is up, baby. You and me now. The only way is up, baby. You and me now. The only way is up, baby. You and me now.
Here we go. Big shout out to COVID-19. Yeah, the coronavirus bringing everyone to their knees, guys. 2020 style. Big shout out to COVID-19. Evening, dear listener, late night alternative, last one of the week. Thank God. 03444991000. Call straight to air for 3 hours. But we cross into the unknown because I'm going to say a sentence and I don't know if there's going to be a response because I've seen the chatter. I've seen the internet chatter that says to me that when I go, I'm Iain Lee, and who's that lady?
I'm Catherine Boyle.
Yes, she is there. She's coming in hot. Kath, you were there because I saw the chatter on the internet that you weren't going to be here and that the system that we were using was collapsing. What's going on?
Yeah, collapsed around my ears. And so we tried several other systems and we decided to go with the one we've been using for the last 2 nights. So I'm on WhatsApp, so it's got its flaws, but at least I'm here.
Catherine, could you do me a big old favour if I give you the email of the gentleman, the genius behind the excellent IPDTL system that we are using? Could you drop him a line? Because he will, I haven't got it in front of me, he will troubleshoot this. He will make us a priority because he knows the late night alternative is key work.
Okay.
He knows we are key workers, and he will put us to the front of the queue.
Do it. Send me an email and I'll send it to him.
I said he's a really nice guy. He will sort this out. He will invent a whole goddamn new system. How you doing, Boyley? I've not really spoken to you today.
Yeah, I'm all right. I've been a bit
horny.
No, well, the opposite actually. No, I've not been feeling too hot today, but not because of that. Because of I've got my period, so it's been a particularly gripey one. So I'm sitting here in a tiger onesie, and I don't care.
Oh mate, that's fantastic. I have had the boys today, and I'll be honest, I've been a lousy dad. I went for a doze for an hour. I didn't get up for 2.5 hours. I don't know. They're going back tomorrow. I feel I've let them down today. We've had a laugh. We've had a bit of a laugh. We were watching. I said to when my eldest was having a bath, I was lying on the bed with my youngest. And I said, "Do you want to see cats in drawers?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I can make cats go in drawers." He said, "How do you do that?" I said, "I open drawers." And so I opened some drawers at the bottom of a wardrobe, and sure as butter is yellow because of the dye they put into it, the cats climbed into the drawer. So the babies are in the one drawer, and then Lucky, one of the big girls, is sitting outside the drawer, and every time they tried to come out, she'd give them a smack, and they were stuck in there. It was the most exciting thing, and we were there for about 15 minutes watching it until George finally made a break for it, and we gave them all a round of applause for their wonderful performance, and they ran away. It was the best. We were in hysterics.
Sounds like a good afternoon.
We were in hysterics. It was. It's good. Now we're going to take calls. Sam, come join us. Come join us, Sam. We're typing messages to each other. Let's do this. This is because we're in coronavirus times. Things aren't working as they should. Let's just have this conversation. Sam is the young man who would normally take the calls. Today, boy oh boy, he's going to be a whiz on that old dump button. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Have we got you? Because it seems to be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Have we got you next week?
You have, yeah.
That question.
Yeah.
Okay, groovy. Let's just have a production meeting on air. We're having a little bit of trouble getting Catherine through. I am using IPDTL. This is how I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
But are you suggesting there is another way of using that system?
Yes. There's like this walkthrough that's pinned up on the wall here that I could get try and talk Kath through, see if it works.
Shall we try that? I mean...
Yeah, because I can barely hear you, Ian, and obviously every time I speak, I cut you out.
Okay, yeah, give me a couple of minutes. I'll try it now.
All right, thank you, Sam. There you go. But Sam, just before we get on to that, how is funnily enough, my kids were asking after you. They said, "Is there no? So when you do the show, Daddy, is there no one in the studio?" And I said, "Yeah, we have either Amy or Sam will be in the studio," and they said, "Isn't that scary being in there on your own?" And I thought, I don't actually know, so I'm going to ask you the question that my 8-year-old son asked. Isn't it scary being in there on your own?
It's not scary, no. Well, because I'm not like on my own, because there's other people floating around the office. Like there's all the cleaners and like people whoever's on Daryl's team. So it's not as if I feel like I'm going to get jumped on any second.
Okay. But is it not? Are you not afraid of going into... Because I know you've got a little bit of a journey to get into London. Are you getting on the trains? Are you getting a cab? How are you doing it? And what is that like?
So I get a train in. I pretty much have the entire train to myself. And then I'll get a cab home. So I don't feel like it's that bad. I'll just make sure that like the moment I get in, I'll wash my hands. But I feel like I've my likeness of my exposure to it is very small, as I don't really pass another human being. So
yeah. And then what are you doing? Where are you at home? Are you at home with your parents? Are you? What's the deal there? And how's that working?
I'm
out?
with my mum and dad and my sister at the minute.
And how are they doing?
They're all right. They're all at home. Dad's working from home. Mum and my sister are doing nothing. But they're all sort of going stir crazy, and it's like I don't really have a minute to myself, because whenever I get home, it's like, right, do stuff with us, please.
Oh no! Oh gosh! But screw those losers.
So yeah, it's fun sometimes, and annoying others, but mainly fun, I guess.
Are you playing much video games?
I'm playing quite a bit, yeah, because I know you don't like it, but I downloaded Animal Crossing and my sister loves it, so we've been playing that loads.
Oh, I forgot we've got a 12-year-old working with us. Flip it, man. Get Warzone, get a game with a gun, get Doom or something. Come on!
I don't think she'd play that with me, and that's the problem. I'm not allowed to play anything on my own at the minute. It's annoying.
No, I've heard that it's not my cup of tea, Animal Crossing, but I've heard from a lot of people that it's kind of perfect for as a calming moment while all this insanity is going on.
Yeah, it's a home away from home.
Anyway, I'll tell you what I told my boys, because, there's no point in me telling them. They don't know you. They're not going to pass it on. Me and Kath are really grateful for what you and Amy are doing, and we couldn't we couldn't ask to have two better people in the studio being, we're just the gobs on sticks, and you're the brains behind all of this. So thank you, man. And when this is done, we're all going to go out and we're going to sit in a park and we're going to touch each other. And then when we finish that, we're going to go out have a nice meal or something to say thank you. So genuinely, me and Kath really appreciate it.
No, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, mate. All right, we're going to take calls straight to air. I have a little break. We're these technical things. There's no point. We're typing away, and there's no point really in doing that. You all know that things aren't normal because of what's going on, so we might as well do all of that out in the open. And I just thought that tonight we do straight to air because what is this? I think it's the end of week 3 of the official lockdown. It's probably the end of week 4, I think, since Catherine and I started doing the shows from home, and I only know that maybe it's week 5 because I had to renew my online subscription that allows me to do this. Everything is weird, right? Everything is strange. Nothing is following any normality whatsoever. And the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. So instead of doing a normal phone-in, as normal as our phone-in ever is, where we sit and we kind of ask things and we go through the papers and, I was going to buy the Sport today, but I didn't have any money on me. Anyway, let's just do straight to air, okay? And the way it works is this. It's really simple. I will sit here and I will put lines through. And you can come on and do absolutely anything. You want to moan about the thing that's going on. If you want to play a tape down a tape. Listen to me, Grandad. You want to make a funny noise. You want to do a silly voice. You want to read from Jane Austen. Whatever you want to do tonight between now and 1 o'clock is an absolutely valid expression of where we are as a nation and as a human race at this stage of a global pandemic, right? It's nuts, isn't it? We're in a global pandemic. A lot of the countries in the world are in lockdown. It's turning out that maybe our government hesitated saving lives because they knew they didn't have enough equipment in stock. This is a weird old time. So when you dial 0344 499 1000 and come on the air, whatever you do is a valid expression of where you are at on the 17th of April 2020 during a global pandemic. Couple of rules. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. We got a 14-second delay. We got a double dump. Sam is one of the best at the dump button. So, if you come on, what that means is if you come on and say something rude or libelous, no one hears it. Just me, Kath, and Sam hear it. That's it. So it doesn't get broadcast. So that to one side, anything else goes. We're going to take a break. During that break, Sam is going to try and get Catherine on a slightly more stable system. And then when that's all set up as well as we can be, we'll take your call straight to air. Anything can happen between now and 1 o'clock, and I embrace it all. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
All right, let's go. Sam, you can let me know when Kath joins us again, if you wouldn't mind. Otherwise, I will assume she's not there. And if you could keep an eye on the faders, a simple, and I know you're going to be doing like 2 or 3 things at once here, so I appreciate that. When I give out the phone number, that means drop the fader. Let's see if this works, shall we? Line 1, you're live on the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio. Great start to the show. Hello, line 1, you're on the air.
Hello,
turn your radio off and you'll be able to hear us a bit better.
hang on. Alexa, stop. Right, the radio's off.
Lovely, and you're on. What you got for us?
Well, I've been drinking a bit of wine.
Uh-oh.
And I've been eating enchanted eggs.
Eggs?
Which are very, very nice.
Very nice.
I've been eating enchanted eggs, because
enchanted eggs.
They're very nice. They're very nice after a glass of wine, actually. No.
Enchanted eggs.
No. I got to be.
How big was that glass of wine?
Well, I've had a couple.
There we go. It's already doubled. I just
wanted to highlight. I like literally my whole heart goes out to anybody that have lost their loved ones.
Oh, sorry, the cats. Hang on, don't talk. The cats have bloody came out. George, what have you done? I can't hear anything. Cat. Hang on, don't speak. Don't speak. Who knows what you say? There we go. I'm back. Carry on. That was George.
Have you got cats?
I got 4 cats.
You got cats?
Got 4 cats.
I got a beautiful dog. I've got one cat that I adopted, but I've got a beautiful dog, and I would not go out. I literally would not go out unless my dog needed a walk.
There you go. So what did you want to say?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wanted to highlight the plight of people that have already got an underlying health condition, which is not a physical health condition. It's an underlying.
You mean a mental health condition?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
yes. Okay.
Because I have had bipolar. Well, it used to be called manic depression in the olden days, and I've had it for 20 years. And the thing is, when the whole world is in crisis, it unbalances any underlying mental health.
Yes,
so I would like to give a big shout out to anybody that is actually struggling because they've already got the anxiety of an underlying mental health condition. Because
you've highlighted that. Yep. Well done. That's an important thing to highlight. Thank you. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Kath, are you there?
I am, yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. How come you now sound better than me?
I don't know. This was the system apparently that everyone else is using. We kind of are the ones that brought this system to Talk Radio's attention. And then Talk Radio started talking directly with them. Yeah. Well, they've got a better system than us.
How is that possible? We introduced them to this system.
Yeah. Well, they gave them the super duper version. Yeah.
Is it easy to get onto? Right, so I could go on the system.
Well, I should think so. Have a word with Sam. He's there, isn't he? Sam,
what is this?
Yeah, it turns out it's literally just go on a website, click a line that's free, and this time of night loads of them are.
And connected straight away.
Well, can I do that? Oh, I nearly swore then. Flip, fudge. Well, can I do that?
Yeah, if you like.
What is this? We introduced Talk Radio to this system, and we're back using what my son calls, get this. My son went, oh yeah, that's the beta. I went, what? The beta. What do you mean? Well, it means it's like a test. I said, no, that's the beta. No, it's pronounced beta. I said, my son, we are English. It is pronounced beta, not beta. He's been calling it a beta. All right, so...
Can Sam put like a long song on while we sort this out?
No, I tell you what. I wonder if it'll get rid of the delay.
I bet it will.
A month after we started flipping that, man, I'm fuming. I am fuming.
I'm caught between fuming and deliriously happy.
Okay, well, let's tell you what, let's take some more calls straight to air. Maybe we can do it. How long does it take, Sam?
Seconds.
Yeah, we did it in, it took like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
All right, hang on a minute. Tell me. Oh, I won't. All right, well, Catherine, produce, because I literally don't know what to do now.
What I think we should do is Sam should put a long song on, or a song on, and you'll be in by the end of the song.
Sam, put a song on. Not one of your Nickelback songs. No, none of that. Put on. Here's a song.
I mean, the power is his.
He'll play. Okay, Sam, you play whatever song you want to play, but not Nickelback.
I don't like the pressure.
The pressure's yours. You want to work in radio. You want to work in Enchanted Eggs. You want to work in radio. You got to make decisions, boy. This is it. This is where you start pain and sweat. Make a decision, boy. Stick with it.
Okay, I got one. Just give me a second while the internet loads.
This is, and genuinely, I'm not being sarcastic when I say this. This is great because this 25 minutes of amateur hour, it sums up where we are. Everything is held together with sticky tape at the moment in the world. You know, not just our show always has, but it's always been a kick bollock scramble. But everything is like this. So I'm very happy that this is going on. How long does it take to choose a song?
Okay, ready when you are.
Here comes a song.
I know you're not to kiss and tell, but maybe nobody has ever kissed as well as you do. Don't know what's got a hold of me, alcohol or alchemy. I know you're not to kiss and tell, oh well. Anyway you're gonna be, that's where I wanna be right now. Did I say that out loud? Put your hands up in the air, wave them like you care, and I'll be there. Anyway you're gonna be, that's where I wanna be right now. Did I say that out loud? They tell you not to plan too far, but I'm already miles ahead and I intend to be wherever you are. Don't know what's got a hold of me, it's greater than gravity. They tell you not to plan too far, but we are. Anyway you're gonna be, that's where I wanna be right now. Did I say that out loud? Put your hands up in the air, wave them like you care, and I'll be there. Anyway you're gonna be, that's where I wanna be right now. Did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? When you get close and my heart goes boom boom pow, did I say that out loud? When you kiss me and it hits me, if I try to write about it someone's gonna diss me. Miss me, now we got a history. Is it such a mystery how I fell for you, how I fell for you? Anyway you're gonna be, that's where I wanna be right now. Did I say that out loud? Put your hands up in the air, wave them like you care, and I'll be there. Anyway you're gonna you not to kiss and tell. Oh well.
Oh. Are we on the air now?
Yeah.
This is nuts. How the hell? Who the hell do I spit at? This is a much better system. The only downside for me is before I could see when my line was up and when my line was down. But apart from that, it's exactly the same. Let's see the delay. And your name is?
Catherine Boyle.
1 second. Incredible. Absolute. Right, well, let's do some radio, shall we? Oh, hang on, we've got to take a break.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Right, shall we try again? Let's try again. This is the late night alternative. Friday night, we're going to take calls straight to air because, boy, oh boy, are we living in weird times. 0344 499 1000. Can I ask the listener at home, do we sound better, the same, or worse? Because, flippin' it, Kath. Who runs this shonky organisation? I don't mean Big Rupert or Rebecca. I mean the idiots that work directly above us. Why didn't they tell us?
I wish I could answer that. But thanks for looking out for us, guys. Appreciate it. And you're welcome.
In it. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. We're taking calls straight to air just because, well, why not? It's weird times. Highlight of the day. Lockdown highlight of the day. I told you the one today. It was me and my youngest, and my eldest actually, joined us for the end, watching the cats dick around in drawers. It was hilarious. We were in hysterics, and we applauded them at the end because it was such a wonderful performance. But I forgot, Catherine, my lockdown highlight of yesterday. And it was a brilliant one, right? Do you remember I talked about how I've been on a Facebook page, local Facebook page, and someone had said, "Where have good manners gone?" A friend of mine was out and a jogger went past and was rude, and if I'd met the B1TCH, I would have tripped her over. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I posted, "Oh, well, that's not exactly good manners, is it? Threatening violence against a woman." And we had a bit of an argument. Right. Yesterday, I got a message at 7:07 in the morning from that gentleman who had posted that post.
Right.
"Good morning, Iain. After reading my post and your comments, I did realise my choice of words were not appropriate, hence taking the post off. It was sent without thinking, as I was upset for the old lady we came across. Have a safe day." Boom! Boom! Wow. Isn't that amazing? Catherine, that was on the internet! That was on the internet! Wow. It blew my mind. And I wrote back saying, man, I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry, I was probably a bit snarky. I could maybe have been dealt with that a little bit better. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then he wrote back saying, "Stay safe." And that was that. That happened on a social media platform privately. It wasn't done in public. Privately on the internet.
Gosh, I've never known that happen. It either is resolved in the instant, or everyone blocks each other and forgets about it and probably sounds off with their partners or their mates, and then that's the end of the story. But for someone to give it more than 5 minutes thought, God, what have you done?
Isn't that amazing? I was blown away by that. So that was my highlight of the day yesterday, and I forgot to mention it. What has been your and I love this because I think this is. I mean, Izzy tweeted earlier on. I think hers was having some biscuits and a cup of tea. This is it. It's not. It doesn't have to be big. It's more than likely going to be something very small and trivial that perhaps 6 weeks ago we wouldn't have even noticed that we were doing. So your lockdown highlights of the day, 0344 499 1000. What's yours, Kath?
Well, it was actually speaking to you this morning when I first woke up. I had a phone call from you, and you were already up and about because obviously you haven't got anyone else to shove the parenting responsibilities onto, unlike me. So you were sitting in your hammock, and all of a sudden, completely unguarded, you started calling out, "Big boy! Big boy!"
Come here, big boy, I've got a little treat for you. I did.
And I knew you were calling a cat, but your neighbours won't have.
There's a big old stray cat that we have nicknamed Big Boy. Big old
He's a horny old Tom.
Oh, and I saw him in the garden. He comes every now and then. But I looked out in the garden, and my little baby cats have started. I believe there's a word for it, isn't there? Kittens. They're not really kittens anymore, but I've started letting them out in the last week. And so but I keep an eye on them, right? And I don't let them out all day. I keep an eye on them. And I looked out, and they were sat in the garden with a black and white cat that at first glance I thought was Lucky, one of my cats. And then I realised it was Big Boy, and they were just sat there having what looked like a cat meeting. It was very, very mysterious. And I'm really keen to get my hands on Big Boy because I want to get his balls chopped off, and I want to see if we can tame him. My eldest said, I took a picture of it, and he looked at the picture, and it's these 3 cats. It looks like they're having a meeting, and he said, "What should we do to rebelliate the humans?" Which I thought was a great phrase. And then I was sitting on the hammock with my youngest, and we looked over, and Big Boy was back again. And guess what I was calling out? Big Boy! Big Boy! Ooh! Come here, Big Boy!
And in true Big Boy fashion, he kept slinking off into the bushes and then slinking back out again.
He's never been that close.
He's a big old unit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's never been that close. So I think we're making progress. Liam's highlight of the day is, "You sound so much better, louder and clearer." Rach says, "Better by about 25%. Carey says, "Both better. Sounds crystal clear," says Roger. "You both sound sweet. The show literally sounds a whole world better. Sounding amazing. You and Kath now sound like in the before days." What the hell have we been doing? What have we been doing for the last 6 weeks?
I don't know, but what I'm thinking is, the powers that be, or the people that regulate the sound on this station, have not been listening.
If there are any other bosses for other radio stations out there, drop me an email. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're live on Talk Radio. Seems to fall down when the callers get involved, Catherine. That seems to be the weak point. Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, my name's Michael.
Hello, Michael. What can we do for you?
Yeah, what it is, I'm a social care worker up in Scotland. And what it is our organisation has only offered social care workers, when we go into self-isolation, we are only offered statutory sick pay. So we're now put in a position where we could earn £93 a week, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And what we can make on a sleepover shift is £90 a night. You put that into perspective. If a staff member's doing 2 sleepovers a week, they're making nearly £200 on a sleepover. And our organisation isn't offering to pay staff in full if they go into self-isolation during the coronavirus.
It sucks. It sucks. I didn't know. I found out. I think I heard yesterday that statutory sick pay is 93, 94 quid a week. I mean, what can you do with that? It's awful.
It's not very much for staff that are putting themselves at risk every single day to go in and care for the most vulnerable people. Is wrong. I think it's wrong for.
I agree, and I don't know. I when this is over, my God, I got a very strong feeling that the Prime Minister and those advising him are going to face some form of prosecution for manslaughter.
That's all right. I live in Scotland, so it's the SNP that's responsible for this stuff. Nothing to do with Prime Minister.
Oh well, then there you go. In that case. But the more I look at it, the more I think the whole thing is being handled terribly. And if it's true, what is being said, that the action was held off until the middle of March because they didn't have enough equipment. And now we're hearing that doctors... Did you hear this, Kath? Doctors are... Hang on a minute. I'm talking. Did you hear this in the news tonight, Kath, that doctors and nurses are not... They've run out of full-length gowns, and they're being asked to reuse single-use gowns. This is awful. Yeah. This is scandalous.
I think that's a minority case. My partner is a critical care nurse.
So what if it's a minority case? So what? It's awful. Not one person. Not one person should be asked to do that.
We're in a global crisis, though. This is the thing.
Yeah, not one. No. We're in a global crisis, but with a little bit of forethought and thinking, not one doctor or nurse should have to work without the necessary safety equipment.
No, nobody should have to do that. It's wrong. but that's on everyone.
Hang on a minute, because I could throw that argument. Hang on a minute, I could throw that argument at you. We're in a global crisis. It's not happening to that many people. Your situation.
Well, why should we put ourselves in vulnerable positions?
Well, why should doctors and nurses put themselves? Well, hang on. What I'm saying is, you can't throw that argument around about doctors and nurses and then expect to get why should I care about you?
I'm not asking for sympathy. I think they've collapsed the whole economy for the next 20 years, maybe.
I can't work out what your point is. I don't know who you're angry with or what your problem is, because you seem to be kind of going all over the place a little bit, with respect.
I'm trying not to be angry with anybody. I think the government has done quite a lot for everybody in general. I think they need to support social care organisations as a social care worker to make sure staff are not putting themselves in a position.
Well, hang on. Now you're contradicting what you said. I'm so confused. You seem to be contradicting your initial point.
No, I disagree. It's as a social care worker, I'm looking from a social care point of view. We can't be put in a position where we have to go, oh well, do we have to try?
Oh, it's only a minority, though. It's only a minority.
There's a
Do you see why you saying that about doctors and nurses kind of weakens your argument?
I totally understand. Yeah, I totally understand. Because I live with someone who works on the front line. And I've heard how tough it is in these hospitals. The PPE thing is essential. It's essential. That there's a global crisis, and me personally, I don't know how to resolve that. I'm not a politician. I'm not a healthcare executive or anything, so I don't know my way out of that one.
Okay. Thanks very much. I'm going to move on because I'm kind of 03444991000. I just felt that was a little bit too. I don't know what was going on there, Kath.
Yeah. I completely get it. So, yeah, he kind of went round in circles a bit. I've just found this story. But private nurses have been threatened with a sack for refusing to treat coronavirus patients because they didn't have enough PPE. This is at a private hospital in Cheltenham. The bosses said they had little choice but to take drastic action in an email. Meanwhile, people are being told by their unions they must not risk their lives in the course of their work.
There's only one word.
It's only minority, so...
There's only one word for this.
So scandalous.
Don't know if you heard that word. That word was... Oh.
So scandalous.
There we go. It is... I mean, it's flipping awful, man alive. I really suspect that at the end of this, the Prime Minister and his people are going to face criminal charges for manslaughter, because... I can't even read the stuff about care homes, Kath. I can't even read it. Read it. Because it is awful. Remember when Rainbow George came up with that thing for the hotel? Now, they wanted to put everyone old people in a hotel. Well, what is a care home if it's not a type of hotel, you muppet?
Incredible. And yet, I wouldn't be surprised if in 2 weeks' time the government are talking about putting old people in hotels.
Let's go to line one. Line one, you're on the wireless.
Well, what is a care home?
Oh, jeez. Turn your radio off, please, line one.
Sorry?
Yes, what can we do for you?
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, no, I was just...
turn your radio off.
Sorry.
Well, what is a care home?
Clear as a bell.
Oh, Jesus.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. You don't sound it.
Well, in actual fact, I'm very sorry.
I accept very sorry.
Okay, then.
What can we do for you tonight?
No, it was just when Ian was talking about the stray cat.
Yes, you're talking to Ian now.
Right, oh, sorry, Ian, I beg your pardon.
That's all right.
It's just getting a bit late. No, what it was, when you were talking about the cat, I had a cat that came and sat on my windowsill for 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
An absolute huge thing, black and white. So eventually I opened my window. It came in. It wouldn't let me touch it. And it kept, I was just to ask your opinion, what you thought. Kept pulling back, and if I went to go near it, it was making a growly sound. So what I did, I put down some food.
Yes.
And I ate it, and I went out back out the window. Every night since then, between 7 and 8, I put the food in the kitchen. It comes in my bedroom window, goes and eats the food.
Yes.
Climbs up onto the sofa.
Yes.
Stays the night, goes out in the window.
Is this a man we're talking about?
Sorry?
Carry on.
And I was just wondering, I've been trying to get near it because it looks as if it's badly needing combed or brushed. Do you think I should just leave things the way they are, or should I try and get nearer it and try? I mean, I think it's a male cat, and because I bought Felix cat food, I'm calling it Felix.
Oh, that reminds me, I've got some news. I would be careful about letting it sleep on your bed because it's probably got fleas.
No, it doesn't sleep in the bed. It sleeps on the sofa in the lounge.
It's probably got fleas.
Oh, well, really?
Yeah, it's probably. You got to be sensible about stuff like that. It's like Big Boy. I want to get him, but he ain't coming into my house until he's had his balls chopped off and he's been defleed and dewormed and all of that. So, if he doesn't want you to pick him, if he doesn't want you to go near him and pick him up, then don't go near him and pick him up because he might just turn and give you a little scratch and then you get tetanus.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
obviously. Oh, my God. Oh, thanks for that information. I didn't realise that.
There you go. 0344 499 1000. I got big news as well. Thank you for reminding me, caller from Scotland. This is Talk Radio, yeah?
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Let's take a couple more calls, and I got big news. I got very big news. I've got life-changing news. Call straight to air, 0344 499 1000. Good evening, line 2. You're on the wireless.
Who's that? Me.
That's you.
Hello.
Welcome.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm glad it's Friday.
It's Friday. Thanks for it's Friday.
Tomorrow, I'm going to sleep a lot. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm sleeping.
The boys are coming this weekend, aren't they?
No, the boys are here now, and the boys are going tomorrow morning at 10. I'm getting up at 8 with them, and I'm going to bed at 1 minute past 10.
Say hello to the boys for me.
Boys, Jerry says hello. They're asleep. Jerry says hello. Hang on, Jerry. Jerry says hello. He's one of the callers.
He shakes a lot.
Are you asleep? Okay. Well, hang on. How are you talking to me if you're asleep? You were asleep. I've woken you up. All right, Jerry, you woke the kids up, mate. Thanks a lot for nothing.
I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
Woke the kids up.
I apologise. It's not my sorry. I like that. And what about care rooms? It's a nightmare in care rooms.
Yeah, it's horrendous. It's horrendous.
Don't care. I'm off on the floor at the moment. Got tango everywhere. Got a bit of tango all over me.
You sure it's tango and not piss?
Outrageous.
Feel free to join in anytime you want, Kath.
Hey, Charlie,
well, I'm just listening to this. Carry on.
I'm feeling back. I'm gone. Can you hear me? I'm gone.
Someone else.
Have I gone? I'm here.
You're still here? Tell that guy to shut up.
Can you shut up a second? You've got two of them masks on.
Good. They're burglars.
Batman. Can't say that. Get in trouble.
What do you want, Jerry, for God's sakes, man?
I just want to say it's got a better day today.
Oh, he's gone. He's disappeared. 0344.
But you did have a better day, so that's great.
Yeah, he woke my kids up, so that's terrible. That's terrible. Hey, by the way, it's it's World Bat Day today. And don't make a joke about bats and coronavirus on Twitter, Catherine. It doesn't go down very well with the bat fans.
Oh, dear. What did you say?
Well, loads of tweets like from bat organisations saying, well, bats are great. Why are they so important to you? And so I replied, because they've caused a global pandemic and they've forced us all to be in lockdown. And loads of people got it, you know, and then people going, that wasn't bats, it was humans, actually. And then someone tweeted, it wasn't the bats, it was the bat-eating seas. And it got very, and I'm just there chuckling. I'm thinking, well, hang on. People are genuinely upset that I'm sort of half-heartedly pointing the blame at coronavirus directly at bats. I mean, are you, what? That's where we're at, Kath. You can't make a joke about bats causing a global pandemic anymore.
The thing is, you know, if the bats find out, they'll be very hurt. So you've got to be very careful around bats. Yeah.
Screw bats. Speaking
Don't
of
screw. I mean, it's bad enough eating them.
That's maybe what happened. We're taking calls straight to it. It's been a very shonky start to the show, but that's where we are as a human race. Let's go to line one. Good evening, line one.
Hello, Ian, Catherine. I heard you rubbishing my hotel idea.
Yes, well, it's been proven to be awful because I don't know if you've seen what's happening in care homes.
Yeah, well, how has he got into the care homes?
Well, because it's a virus that's
it comes from outside.
Yes,
yeah, it's very catching, though, isn't it, Jerry? And once it's in, it goes through.
George, it's more contagious than like the flu or the cold or anything like that. It's ridiculously contagious. So your idea of a hotel, yes, your idea of a hotel is we're seeing what that would be like with care homes.
No, we haven't. You're not thinking it through.
Okay, let's not repeat it again because it's infuriating, and we've heard it about 3 times.
Sorry?
I said let's not hear it again because we've heard it 3 times and it still makes no sense.
We have thought it through more than you ever could do. Yes, we have, and we've come to the conclusion we're seeing what happens, George.
No, you're seeing a virus that is coming in from outside. If you've got people in a property and those people, none of them have got the virus.
How do you know they've not got it?
Sorry?
How do you know they've not got it?
You do a 2-week quarantine and
okay.
Yeah, George, they're not sure that you get over it after 2 weeks. We don't know enough about it.
No.
George, how does food get in? How does food get in? How does food get in?
It's delivered to the doors and taken in that way. But people would be being looked after
No, George, one thing at a time. So the food is taken to the doors. Supposing, you know that the virus can survive on a plastic bag or a cardboard box.
I really don't. I really don't.
It's true. That's true. That's a No. I'm not going to let you dispute that. That's a scientific fact. This is why this virus is so dangerous. This is why people, when they go out for walks, they're not supposed to touch stiles. Because if I've got the virus and I put my hand on a stile to climb over it, if anyone touches that stile within the next 3 days, they can catch it. So yes, it can survive on plastic bags. It can survive on boxes. So if the virus is on the food that's brought into this death hotel you're creating, the virus is then in the hotel.
It's not a death.
Don't ignore the point I've made.
The point you've made is that a virus could get in by some accident, and that could happen. And
yes. Yes.
So one person in the hotel or 2 people might catch it, but the other people in the hotel are still in their own.
Are you not? But you're not listening. George, you really are. I'm going to be rude because what you're spouting is dangerous bullshit, right?
I'm not spouting.
No, it is, George, because you won't listen. You accuse me of not listening, but I'm telling you scientific fact, right? Fact is not up for debate. This is the fact. If that virus is on, let's say it's on a packet of fish fingers, right? And then the person that's collecting the food for the hotel picks up that packet of fish fingers. They then might have it on their hand. Gosh, isn't it hot? So they wipe their face. All right, they've got coronavirus. They will not know, quite likely, that they've got the coronavirus or COVID-19 for 2 weeks. So in those 2 weeks, they go around infecting everybody. Your system is nonsense. I don't even know why we're arguing with a daft old man about a silly system that's never going to happen because it will kill people.
I just think you've got paranoia.
Address the fact. No, George. Actually, now you're being really offensive to those people that have died.
Can I ask a question?
It's scientific fact. Yes, you can, Catherine.
George, what will it take for you to accept that you don't know everything about coronavirus?
Nobody knows anything about coronavirus.
I know more than you.
Okay.
I know more than you.
But you seem sure that this system is foolproof.
I know that not that many people are dying. I know that.
George, do you know what? I don't want to ever talk to you again, because why don't you tell that? Because why don't you say that to the... keep his line up. Why don't you say that to the relatives of the 780 people that died today in this country, that not many people are dying? Why don't you say that to them? And also, those figures aren't accurate. It's a lot more than that, because we're not including the figures of people dying in nursing homes.
Yeah, but most of them would be dying anyway, Ian.
George, I never want to talk... George, I never want to talk to you ever again. You are simply too dumb, because you're really offensive. And my mum is one of those people. Shut up. Shut up. Yes, you are. My mum is one of those people at risk. My mum is one of those people. My mother is one of those people at risk. Right? So how dare you? How dare you demean her by saying, well, she would die anyway? You're a horrible, nasty, selfish man, George, and I never want to talk to you ever again. You are. Sorry? You're a horrible, selfish man, and I never want to talk to you ever again.
You amaze me.
Yeah, I know, because I've got insight in humanity, something you're not aware of. Goodbye, George. Goodbye, George. Thank you very much indeed. He's never coming on the show again. You can't dismiss people that are dying like that. Do you know why? Because we got people listening whose relatives are ill in hospital or who have passed away. And you simply saying, well, not that many people are dying, and they would have died anyway. That 13-year-old lad would have died anyway, would he? You can't go around saying that.
There was a 28-year-old nurse died, used to work at the Luton and Dunstable Hospital. They managed to save her unborn baby, but she died. But she would have died anyway. It's all fine, isn't it?
I'm fuming. What a horrible...
It's too easy. It's too easy to just dispel it. But, you know, but there are plenty of people like George, and they're all over the internet saying, oh, well, you know, the figures are jumped up and it's only people that would have died anyway and blah, blah, blah. It's things, it's stories people tell themselves so they're not quite as frightened as as perhaps they should be.
Yep, exactly. And listen, I can't control it on the internet. I can control it on our radio show. We will not have any of that bile on here. And if you've got, and I know we've got listeners who have got people that have passed away. I know, and I'm really sorry. Those deaths count. Those deaths count. And I'm really trying to think of a way that we can honour those people that have passed, because the numbers are so huge that it would be very easy for the people that have passed to kind of be swept up in the statistics. And of course, everyone that has died is a dad or is a daughter or is a husband or is a you know, they're all human beings. And saying, well, 780 people died today. That's 780 stories, and that extrapolates out to thousands of stories. So I'm trying to think of a way that we can do something to honour people that have passed because of this, and I can't quite get my head around it yet.
But also to throw that out because you're annoyed that your theory, your idealised version of what can happen if you put a load of old people in a hotel is being rubbish. To throw that out, it's terrible.
And also paranoid.
Really
I did a shop today, click and collect, and I took my youngest because he wanted to come. And I know we're late for the news, Sam, but we'll get there in a second. He wanted to come, and it was, and I'm glad he did because I wanted him to see it. I wanted him to see what it's like. And we went to a Tesco's and we saw the huge queue, although no one was queuing at Asda, guys. Go to Asda. We saw the huge queue at Tesco and with the click and collect, and there were two people ahead of us, and the guy just said, if you park up there, and I got out of the car, and my son said, should I come out and help? And I said, no, stay in the car, and I don't want you touching the bags, and when we get in, if you can open the door, but I don't want you touching anything. And we got all this stuff, and the poor Tesco blokes were rushed off their feet, and I really thanked them. I said, what you're doing is incredible work, and it's appreciated. And then we got back, and then I'm listening to the radio, disinfecting the shopping. I'm putting all the bags there. Everything I take out, I'm disinfecting it and putting it in another pile, putting all the bags in one bag, putting them in the bin, washing my hands, then putting oh my God. And he calls me paranoid. This is what we have to do. We've got to take a break. We're so late. This is Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
So scandalous.
No, that's the wrong song. I didn't actually want to play that. I wanted to play this. This is the right song. Enchanted Eggs.
Once I believed that when love came to me, it would come with rockets, bells, and poetry. But with me and you, it just started quietly and grew. And believe it or not, now there's something groovy and good about whatever we got. And it's getting better, growing stronger, warm and wilder, getting better every day, better every day. I don't feel all turned on and starry-eyed. I just feel a sweet contentment deep inside. Holding you at night just seems kind of natural and right. And it's not hard to see that it isn't half of what it's gonna turn out to be. 'Cause it's getting better, growing stronger, warm and wilder, getting better every day, better every And I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting, 'cause no matter how long it takes, the two of us know
Enchanted Eggs.
that it's getting better, growing stronger, warm and wilder, getting better every day, better every day,
Here we go. Call straight to air for the whole night. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Stop texting in, you mad old woman. You're just as nuts as he is. Dear God. And if I click that, and then her texts are blocked for 24 hours. Dear God.
Not a real old woman. Fancy posing as an old lady.
Oh no! This is another one. This is it's the liar, the fantasist, fantasy island.
Dear. Right.
Who only ever phones when we're not on because then she sends us rude texts. Imagine sending rude texts and expecting me to go, okay, yeah, sure, fine, okay. Call straight to air. It's a busy old night, but nearly all of the lines are free. We've only got 2 lines that aren't free, so let's go through these. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, me, hang on, 2 seconds. Let me take you off speaker first. There we go.
Thank you, well done.
How you doing, Mr. Lee?
What you got for us?
Hello, Kath, as well. What can I say? I'm not going to leave anyone out tonight. I'm just literally ringing up to be a cheeky old sod and ask you if you would plug something that I'm doing tomorrow for the greater good.
What is it?
I'm doing a 24-hour DJ set for my rooftop, raising money for the NHS.
Oh, God, your poor neighbours.
Well, you see, literally, I swear, this is going to be the truth. I'm Welsh, I'm living in England, so they probably eat me anyway, so I might as well go out with a bang.
Oh, in that case, yes, man, go for it. Oh, I tell you what, I've made my seat go smaller by accident, so you plug it while I'm making it go bigger. Go.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so we're raising money, basically, for the NHS workers and the key workers, everyone on the NHS front line. The website goes live from 12 o'clock tomorrow, but you can also donate now on justgiving.com/NHS Disco and the website www.nhsdisco.co.uk. Nice and easy.
I am going to let you say that, just that last website one more time, because I like the way you say W. Go on.
www.
You can't say You can't say it. Go on, do it one more time. Go on. You can't say W, Kath. Listen.
www.
Can I ask a question? How do we know you're not an absolute dodge pot? How do we know this money's going to the NHS? Because just giving, any old person can put that out there. We've been stung by this before, haven't we?
Well, I can tell you now that it is linked in with NHS charities together, so the money goes straight to them. It won't go to me or anyone else. It's actually linked in with the charity. You can find out about them on www.nhscharitiestegether.co.uk. You can
Thank you very much indeed. Good luck playing records for 24 hours. When I was a kid, I would do that for 5 times that. But well done. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless.
Hi, good evening, oh wise one and Lord of the Airwaves.
Okay, what do you want, weirdo?
Hi. No, I'm not weird, I'm just,
a bumlick.
Well, George was really angered me tonight.
Okay, get it out. Get it all out.
Well, no, you're right to ban him, never to talk to him again. The thing is, Ian, you can't argue with an idiot because they beat you down to their level and beat you on experience.
Thank you very much indeed for your call. Let's go to line 3. You're on the wireless.
Well, no, you're right.
Okay, let's go to line 4. Just in time, line 3. Go on.
My name is Jill.
Prove it.
Yeah. And I've been listening to you for about 2 years. At first I thought you were a complete and utter idiot. Then you said that you were on Big Brother. And I remembered you with the strawberries. And I just wanted to say tonight, I'm 76 and I lost my husband 8 years ago in July.
I'm sorry.
And I've got a lovely family and I think myself extremely lucky that I've had a really good life. I've had 3 healthy children, 2 healthy grandchildren, and I've been able to make relationships with them. I gave up my social work with children job to go part-time so that I could look after my grandchildren. And now I've been asking my doctor, instead of giving me a flu jab, to give me a goodbye jab.
No, Jill.
Yes, there are lots of people in my position who have got an underlying... it's my own fault. I've smoked. And I've got COPD.
Yeah.
But it's my own fault because I smoked. My husband had cancer and he said it was his own fault, but he'd enjoyed his life. We've had a lovely life together. We had 40-odd years together. Enjoyed it. Had a lovely time. He was in the police and I was in the prison service and the police force and the social worker and worked in special schools. Lovely life. And now I'm ready to go. And my husband was ill and he went through all the chemotherapy for months and months and months. We had a lovely holiday in Cyprus, came back, and it had come back again. And I watched him gradually go downhill, and then he went into hospital, and we watched him go down. And I think, how much nicer if I could have spent some money that I would have on a funeral, having a party with my children.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about it all with them, and I've said that if we had a party and they let me go properly, so that I couldn't commit suicide because I would hate my children to have to find me.
Jill, why do you want to go? Because there is a very strong chance
Because I've
you
had a
won't get.
good life, and I'd rather look at what the National Health Service is in now, and it wouldn't be if there weren't so many of me about.
No,
I am.
Jill.
What is the point? I can't do very much. I can't go for long walks anymore. It's as much as I can do. I've got a bloke coming to mend the mower in the morning.
Good.
I'd rather go cheerfully
Jill,
and happily.
The point is your grandchildren.
Burden. You talk about all these people in these homes. Do you honestly think that's what they would have wanted? Do you really think? I know when I looked after my dad for 10 years, and in the end, he had to go in home because I was working. I couldn't manage him because he couldn't be on his own anymore. And we used to go and see him all the time, but he was just down the road. He lasted a year.
Yeah, I know. My mum's in a care home. But Jill, who do you think you're? Jill,
wants to be there?
She's happy. She's happy there, Jill. She's happy there. Would she want to be there? Jill, because I can speak to Jill.
She feels as miserable.
Jill.
Yeah.
Jill, my mother
What?
doesn't feel as miserable as Sin. Okay, she's happy.
No,
there.
neither do I. But I would rather that some
Jill?
child had the money spent on them.
Jill, it doesn't. But
The
it doesn't
National
work
Health
like that.
Service is, huh?
Jill, it doesn't work like
Look
that.
at the
Though. We get.
internet and see how many people.
Jill, can we have a
You
conversation
look
or?
at euthanasia. on
Jill,
the-
can we
on
have?
the internet.
Jill, can you hear me?
I rang you up because I thought you might be somebody because you seem to understand people's feelings.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you, Jill. I'm trying to understand your feelings by having a conversation with you. You won't engage in a conversation, and you've actually been quite rude about my mother.
No, I haven't. I'm not rude about anybody.
Jill, you are. You've assumed something about my mum. No, I've let you talk. Why did you said that you wanted to go because you were a burden? Who do you think you are a burden to?
I don't. No, I'm not a burden, but I don't.
Well, that's
want
what you
to
said.
Be.
Right, well, who will you be a burden to?
Huh?
Who will you be a burden to?
The state. The state. The state. The state. And myself. I'm a burden to me at the moment. I really am.
That's a different thing.
Because I'm shut in. I can't go out. I can't mix with people.
Did you think this before we had lockdown and you couldn't go and play with your grandkids?
Yeah,
Did you think the same
I've
thing?
been
then?
asking my doctors for the last 4 years.
Well, that's a waste of time because they won't
They have a
euthanize you.
flu jab, and I say, no, I don't want a flu jab. When you're ready to give me a goodbye jab
Jill?
every time I go to the hospital.
Well, Jill, you
every
know a
time I go
doctor.
to the doctor.
Jill,
Yeah.
you know a doctor in this country isn't going to euthanize you. It doesn't work like that. So that's pointless asking for that.
Because my son, we make jokes about it now. Because I don't think anybody, I don't want them to feel bad when I've gone. I've had a good life, and I want them to be happy for me. And I talk to them about it. My grandson said, "Oh, Gran, shush, Granny." He calls me Granny G. He says, "Oh, Granny G, we're not going to talk about that." He said, "We've talked about that so much."
Maybe he doesn't want to talk about it because maybe he doesn't want you to die.
Well, yeah, but we've all got to die, Ian. That's the surest thing.
Yes, I know.
The
I
day
know we're
we're
all going.
born,
Jill,
that is the only certain thing in life. Is
Jill,
you're gonna die.
Jill, I know we're all going to die, but you're not ill. Is it? I don't quite understand why you're so determined you want to die now.
Because
That
I'm
seems
ready
unfair.
to go. And I've told my
All right.
son I don't want any funeral. I've read now. I want them to have any money that I've got. Well,
All
there's
right,
only
all right, Jill. Jill, Jill, listen. I wish you the very best of luck, and thank you for sharing that with us.
I'm trying to find somebody to fight my corner.
I'm not going to fight your corner to get you euthanized. Surprisingly, I'm not going to because I don't want you to die. I don't want. Okay, I've got a good reason. I don't want you to die.
But we've all got. But isn't it nicer to go before you suffer? Do you know my father-in-law? We watched him lie in a bed.
I don't want to, Jill. I don't. Please don't. Jill, you've given us some really graphic images, and I appreciate that. But we don't need. I don't really want to have any more of those tonight.
I've got in my head, Ian.
Okay. Well, why don't you? You can do it when you get ill. Don't do it now. You've still got this. This lockdown isn't going to last forever.
You don't know what it's like not to feel useful.
Yeah, I do. I do, actually.
No, you don't. You
Jill,
can't.
please,
You're
Jill,
not old en-
Jill.
You're not old enough yet.
All right, Jill. Listen, you're not prepared to engage in a conversation. That's the second time you've told me.
I am.
That's the second time you've told me how someone close to me. First time it was my mother. Second time it was me. You've said that what I'm saying is not true. So I'm not going to engage with you,
know how
Jill.
it feels to be me.
There you go. I don't know what it feels to be you. That's different.
You.
That's right. But I do know what it feels like to be useless. I do know what it feels like to feel useless. There we go. It's like
Yeah. You might know what it feels like to feel useless.
Yes, which
but
is what you initially
haven't
said.
Huh?
That's what you initially said. Yes, I do know what that feels like.
Well, fair enough. Then you must have felt like me at some point.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to die. I really wanted to die. I planned to kill myself
Well,
several
I used
times.
to work for the Samaritans, and I talked
Jill?
loads of people out of it. But
Great. Jill, I planned to kill myself several times. And I was ready to die. I didn't want to live.
I mean, but you're a young man. You've got your life ahead of you.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. What is relevant is I
got
planned.
two lovely children.
Right now but now listen, because you've got lovely children and you've got lovely grandkids. So your argument doesn't work.
I love my kids more than life itself.
Exactly, and same here. The point I'm trying to make. Let me finish the point I'm making. Several times I planned to kill myself because I wanted to die. Do you know what I did tonight? I sat on a bed with my boys and we laughed at some cats, and I thought, Jesus Christ, I'm glad I'm alive. Those feelings can change.
Look, I'm always glad I'm always, I'm not miserable. Don't think I'm miserable.
Okay.
I am when I think of my husband. But, because when you're on your own, it's, and you're older, it's...
Jill, I'm going to move on.
Okay,
I think you are a good human being. I love you because I'm a humanist and I love people. I think I'm a humanist. I'm coming round to that. I love you and I would like you to be happy and to stay alive.
Well, I'm happy, but I
would like you to stay
happier.
alive. No, you wouldn't. You'd be nothing. You'd be nothing.
I was going to go to Switzerland till I realised how they did it, and then I did change my mind.
Is it true they hit you over the head with a hammer?
If
That's
they'd
what I
done
read.
that, Ian, I would have gone.
That's what or they drop a safe on you. Oh, they don't. All right, listen, Jill, stay safe, please. All right, thank you very much for that robust conversation. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I love, this is not the same Pablo. This is Pablo the Hat. This is a different Pablo. Twice in the last hour, he's tweeted, this is the worst show on Talk Radio. Twice in the last hour.
Gosh, turn it off, Pablo. Why are you tormenting yourself? Oh, I know, because you're a fan.
Interesting call with Jill. Like I said, these are very weird times, and whatever anybody is feeling is completely valid. I did find that a little bit frustrating, but that's my issue. I said let's do straight to air, I did think, in all honesty, it would be a little jollier than this and a little bit more surreal. But this is where we are, and this is what people are phoning in. And this is what people feel like, and that's absolutely fine. Well, do you want to say anything off the back of Jill, Kath? Because I kind of hogged that one a little bit.
I think Jill's call to me sounded like the call of someone who needed to offload because they've been sitting by themselves for a long time.
Yeah.
It was more of a monologue than a conversation because it was an outpouring of stuff that's been obviously stewing for a long time. My grandma used to say things like, slip me a butty if I ever get certain, a special sandwich used to call it. Slip me a special butty if I ever get any iller and all this sort of stuff. But when it actually comes down to it, there are moments in there were moments in her life that she was glad she was around for. And, you know, and as a family, that's a big ask, isn't it? That is a big ask.
I've talked to my mum about it.
Yeah.
About killing her.
But your mum wants to carry on, doesn't she?
She does now. If my mum at 40 could see my mum approaching 70, she would not want to be alive. But it's been a progression, and the progression is what makes it different. And about 10 years ago, maybe a bit more actually, I had a conversation with her about euthanasia, and I said, is it something you've considered? And she said, yeah, I've thought about it. And I said, because if it was something that you'd considered, I would help you with it. And we talked about it for a bit, and she said no. And the basic conclusion we came to was that she had considered it, but she had decided against it, and that was that. And we never spoke about it again. But I would help her if she came to me, and I believed that she was, of sound enough mind, because her life is very diminished by this MS, really diminished. It's the quality of life is very, very low. I'd do it. I'd help.
Yeah, I know what
Don't
you
have
mean.
a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that. It's a slightly dismissive thing. Let's go to. We've got line 2 up. Let's go. The phone calls are going crazy. Let's go to line 2. Hello, line 2.
Hey, is that me?
Hey. Yep, that's you.
Oh, hey, hi. Joe should not die. But also, just wanted to say, rebut Georgie's. I like Georgie's calls, but hey, man, I know 2 people that died from the virus. So, like, just for the sake of actual fact,
lousy,
here, you know.
I'm really sorry for your loss.
No, well, I'm just saying it. Just wanted to say out
Thank you.
like, just because I heard him saying that, and it's like about it being nonsense or whatever. And I can assure, if George is still listening, I can assure him it's like those guys would not have died. So it's like this wasn't happening.
I feel like he threw that out in irritation that he was not being agreed with, because this elaborate plan he's got for setting people up in hotels is not the plan of someone who thinks they're going to die anyway. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it was anger and ego.
I like his whole thing, but it's like it's just you know what I mean. Like when it gets to a point where there's like I love crackpot conspiracy theories and everything. It's a load of fun, but this is a very serious situation, and
yeah,
you know, well, we all know that. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to bring this vibe any further down. But
it's kind of quite low, but it's not your fault. I thought tonight was going to be a psychedelic riot, and everyone would be going, "Oh yeah, last week it's been a very heavy old beast of a show."
On a lighter note, Radio 4 Today program we're doing on not meaning to, but they were doing one of your jokes the other day.
Oh.
It was like a coronavirus story, but they were talking about South Korea and testing over there, and they said, and it's to our soul correspondent.
There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Right.
I thought you were going to go for someone had it off with a bat, but no, I didn't see that one coming.
No, I spat my coffee across the room. Anyway, thanks. I love the show. Realised the Robin Asquith thing the other week. That was great.
He was good, wasn't he? He was really good.
Oh, that's amazing. That was brilliant just hearing someone prattling on about.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Yeah.
We'll see if we can get him back in. Thank you for your call. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
My brother Jake, had shaved head in a daze. My brother Jake, have you thought about changing your ways? He goes out, he don't have no doubt. I can't do the high bit.
Disappointing.
Hello.
Yep.
So I was thinking, right?
Yes.
I was thinking you should do a show for kids.
Yeah, I want to. Me and Kath talked about this ages ago.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
about
Saturday mornings, 9 till 11. Phone-in show for kids. Boom. Love to.
And, you know, what was the reaction to, you know, in management terms?
Nah.
Really?
Well, of course not.
Because,
Because it's supposed to be a serious news station, and they're not. Nah, they're not gonna. I'd love to though. If any program directors, me and Kath, want to do a Saturday morning show for kids, 9 till 11, it'll be like this. But you can't phone up if you're over 16.
And what have kids got to listen to at the moment on the radio? I don't know, you know.
They don't listen to the radio.
Nothing.
They listen to Spotify and YouTube.
That's a shame. That's a shame in a way, you know. I think because they're not doing, they're going out of their minds with boredom. They might want to phone in, and talk to you guys and be daft. I mean, didn't you mention James O'Brien was doing something like that? I haven't heard.
Oh no, James O'Brien, who I have been listening to this week, and he's on top form, and he was doing his mystery hour, and by coincidence, it wasn't planned that way, but the first 4 or 5 calls were all between the ages of 8 and 12, and it was brilliant. Although I've got to complain to Ofgen about him because he misheard. One kid phoned in and said, "Do scars grow bigger as you grow older?" And he interpreted that as, "Do stars grow bigger?" And it wasn't. It was definitely scars. So I'm furious with him, and I'm going to take this to the top. But apart from that, it was lovely. It's kids phoning in asking questions. Yeah, I'll have that.
Yeah. Well, you know, or it could be, I don't know if it could be an internet thing or something, maybe, who knows, I don't know.
It couldn't be, because it couldn't be with us right now, because they don't like us doing kind of outside projects, so it would probably be not. And we'd need it to be on a big-ish station to get the traction, really. One day, Dredge, one day it's happening. You'll be our roving reporter.
That'd be great. That'd be absolutely great.
Yeah, don't do that accent, though. I find it offensive. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 5. You is on the wireless.
Hi, Ian and Kath.
Hello, line 5.
Hi, and yeah, I didn't call in often. I just wanted to say about, I think everyone should be, in this time of lockdown and all this thing, we should be thinking about the animal charities that are struggling right now.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because there's lots of animal charities. They've got dogs, cats in their care, and they still have to look after them no matter what money is coming towards them. So, I just think, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, give money to NHS and things, but, we need to think about these things too. And that's what makes me really sad.
I agree with you. I agree with you. All of my cats, my 5 cats that I had now 4 are all rescue cats, and they're from. I had 5. Wow. I had 5. One passed away recently, so I've got 4. They're all from rescue places, and one was from the Cats Protection, and the others were from much smaller charities. Yeah, I agree. Animal charities, if people can afford it, then yeah, they definitely need help. Of course, they do.
Yeah, I do, and yeah, it makes me feel sad because, a lot of the animals, they still need food and care.
Yeah, of course they do. Listen, you're a good spirit. 0344 499 1000. I agree with you. If people can, looking at animals and you think you can afford a couple of quid, then do it. Let's go to line 7. Kath, you take this one. Line 7.
Hello, line 7. You're on the wireless.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, you're on air.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to probably bring the show down.
Go on, what's on your mind?
I didn't mean to bring the show down, but just the way everyone's going on about.
Could you come off hands free? Because you sound like you're flipping miles away. I want to hear what you've got to say.
Come off it now.
Beautiful. Now I can hear you loud and clear. Go on. What do you want to say?
Right, I didn't want to bring the show down, but just the way everyone's wanting to lose their life at an old age. I am only 26-year-old, and I lost my parents, both of them, by the age I was 15-year-old. So, on younger generations, they don't want to lose their own.
You're going in and out a bit for me as well, and I really want to hear what you got to say. Could you put your phone next to your face?
for the younger generations, they don't want to lose their older families. I'm only 26-year-old just now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any grandparents now, and I don't have my parents now. And I wish more than anything I had all of them.
Must be really tough.
I lost my mum when I was 13. I lost my dad when I was 15.
Oh, love, you're really muffled again, so I don't know what you were doing before when you sounded really clear when we started again.
Sorry. I lost my mum when I was 13.
Oh, you're out again.
Give us a call back on another line, because it is a terrible line, and if I see your number come up, I will put it straight through. Kath, pick a line between 1 and
Thanks,
6,
Ian.
please.
A 3, please.
Okie dokie, you call it. Go on, Kath.
You're on the airline 3.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air. What have you got to say?
Yeah, it's just I was listening to, I think her name was Jo, thinking that she wants to end her life. Jill, was it? Yeah. And I'm 53 and living in my car at the moment. And you think, well, my 2 sons don't give a shit. Sorry. And I'll give them everything I can. And why can't you say, I've had enough?
What's led to you to be living in your car, and how long's that been?
Good Friday, my partner, we had a fallout, and she said, yeah, it's her house. You've got to move out, which I did. Yeah, and so for the last 5-6 days, I've been living in the car. And you think, what's the point?
It's very fresh. I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Well, that's life, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't need to be the rest of your life, though, does it?
Yeah, but then you think, I was married for 22 years, got 2 brilliant kids who don't speak to me. And then you think, well, what's the point? You tell me, what's the point?
I guess the point is that they don't speak to you now, but they might speak to you in the future. But there's only one way you're going to find out about that, and that's by hanging in there.
Yeah. Well, it's all right hanging in there, but you can hang in there for 2 months, you can hang in there for 2 years. They haven't spoken to me for a year. So, what's the point? I've worked since the age of 13. I have never been unemployed, and I'm now furlonged, or whatever they call it, for the last 3 weeks, because I'm a trainer, so I can't work in front of people. And you think, well, I've never ever had money off the state. And in 2014, and this is a bit that really pisses me off, and sorry again, I swore, I went to the state to ask for help because my ex-partner nicked £120,000 out of the company and left me penniless. And the society, left me with nothing, wouldn't give me a penny. And I'm really peed off about it. I have paid in to the society that says from cradle to grave for 30 years, and then I get nothing. And I'm still looking after myself.
Okay, that's yeah, I get that. I'm not quite sure how that ties in with with you living in a car and what happened on the Easter Friday. Good Friday.
Yeah, I mean it does. Yeah, it doesn't tie in with. It was the woman that said, "Well, can I end my own life?" And I think we should be set. We should be. Yeah. End your own life.
Well, but we can. It's not. We can. But listen. Listen. We're going down a really. We're going down a really unhealthy route. If people want to end their own lives, they can do it.
This is a person that you were speaking to about.
Yes, I remember the call. I remember the call. Yes.
Well,
why
can't we? And it's just. And why can't we be helped to do? I don't.
Well, because listen. No. Listen. This is. I'm not having this conversation. Right? Yes, euthanasia should be a thing. I believe personally for people who are in chronic pain or have got life-threatening illnesses. Euthanasia should not be a thing for people who have mental health issues or depression. That seems pretty straightforward to me. Your kids. I mean, how long they've not spoken to you for a year? I'd wait 20 years. I'd wait 30 years for the chance that my boys would speak to me. My dad, I didn't speak to my dad for about... Listen, I'm speaking. My dad didn't speak to me. I didn't speak to my dad for 15 years. He waited. And then we made peace. You wait for your kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can, can't you? Well, I'm 53, so... and I'm furlonged... And I've been in the car for a week. It's probably going to be another 3 weeks before anything happens.
Right.
What's the point?
The point is your kids.
Well, no, they're not, because they don't talk to me.
Yes, and this is what I'm saying. If you listen, I would wait. If my boys stopped talking to me, I would wait 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I would wait because they're my boys and my babies, and I love them. And if they chose not to talk to me, I would look. Hang on. If they chose not to talk to me, I would look at my part in that breakdown of that relationship and see if I could change anything.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't because me and their mum split up.
I don't want to hear the story. I cannot believe, with respect, that you are completely blameless in your kids not talking to you.
No, I'm totally blameless.
Totally blameless, 100% blameless.
No, totally blameful. Sorry.
Okay, fine. Well, then you need to correct your behaviour and show over a period of time he's gone. You have changed your behaviour to kids. I'd wait forever for my kids. I'm hoping, Catherine, that I've learned because of the breakdown with my relationship with my dad that I know how to not make that happen with my boys. I don't know what's going to happen when they're young men. I don't know what we're going to fall out over, what we're going to argue about. I don't know, but I would wait forever to get them back in my life.
And the point is, there are plenty of people listening to this who, for one reason or other, are not speaking to family members at the moment and are living in hope that that will change. As long as you carry on, there's always a chance.
This is Britain on April the 17th, 2020. This is where we are. Normally, guys, when we do Straight to Air, it's normally a laugh, psychedelic riot. And tonight there's a lot of pain and a lot of fear out there. It's totally not what I expected, but I'm happy to carry on. We'll take a quick break, then we'll come back to the calls. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Certainly some show tonight, Catherine. Now, look, I can recognise this number because I jotted it down. So, Catherine, if you want to take line 1.
All right. Hello, line 1. Who's that?
Hello, me.
Hello. Go on.
Hiya.
Tell me what you were saying.
Sorry. I was just saying the woman that said that you weren't old enough to...
Listen, I don't know what is wrong with your phone, but the line is absolutely awful. We can't hear a word you're saying. I don't know if you can stand in a better position. I don't know if you can get your mouth nearer the phone. We can give it one more try because we really want to hear what you're saying, but it's just awful. So do you want to get into is there a better position you can go and stand in and try again?
right near the window, and it's probably Scottish.
Well, I think
No, the Scottish thing is not a problem. Stay where you are there, and we should be able to hear you.
Right, sorry, it's just that I wanted to phone in about the woman that said that you two weren't old enough to feel lost.
Mm. Did she say that?
Don't think she quite said that, but go on.
Well, in a way, she kind of did, but maybe not.
She didn't. She didn't. She said I wouldn't know what it felt like to feel useless. She didn't accuse us of being too young to feel lost. But go on, what's your point?
Right. Anyway, I just want to put in my point that I'm only 26-year-old and I have lost both my parents and all my grandparents.
The line is... I'm really sorry. We tried. The line is absolutely awful. I don't know if you can get on a landline. A landline? Who's got a landline? But honestly, we can't hear what you're saying, and I'm really sorry. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Pick a line between 2 and 6, Catherine.
I don't think I dare. 5.
All right. Line 5, you're through to Catherine, the Catherine Boyle Show. I'm going to give her Friday back.
No, I don't think... No, you need to stick with me with this one, because this is...
Go on, line 5.
Good evening, Catherine. Good evening, Ian.
Oh, my God, you sound so jolly after the last 50 minutes.
Well,
how you doing, Alistair?
Actually, I want to thank you guys last night because you were a real help to me. I had a much better night's sleep, and I felt really good today.
I went round Catherine and tugged him off.
Right, that cut out at a point at which it could have been anything, but I think I know what it was. I'm an animal.
Alistair heard it, and I think you know what it was, yes.
I don't know. I think Alistair would prefer it if I went round there, but whatever floats your boat. I mean, there's a crisis on. As long as you desanitised your hands...
Kath, I'm not totally sure that's the case. Anyway, Alistair, go on.
As long as there's a queue outside and you're 2 metres apart. Anyway,
wear a visor.
Yes, mate.
Right, no, I just want to say that, great today. So I rang a couple of mates around lunchtime, had a good long chat with each. We caught up, and that was a great conversation. 2 great conversations. Tonight, I arranged a Zoom meeting for another group of mates, 5 or 6 mates that I've not seen for more than a year, 6 months to a year, yeah. And it was absolutely wonderful. And it just shows the madness of the way you can go from that low to sort of being okay and like doing stuff. And actually, when you can do stuff, that kind of makes you feel, even better. So I just want to say thanks for helping us out here last night. That was great.
Absolute pleasure, mate. No worries. Thanks for the fiver.
Okay.
Thank you, Alistair. 0344.
How many times did you do it? A fiver?
You know the fee, £1 a go. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello, good evening. It's a bit
Hello,
dark
line
tonight,
5.
isn't it, the show?
Isn't it?
Yeah, what have you got?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a bit of bad news, a bit of good news.
Okay.
So I work the night shift, and there's 2 of us in the office, and the person that I normally works with, he really doesn't like the show, but I insist on having it on.
Yes. So we're not,
Thanks
Catherine.
for telling us about that, though. It's always appreciated.
Not only are we entertaining one person, we're annoying one person simultaneously. Yes, that's the ultimate score.
Yeah. He'll say, "What is this shit?" And I'll say, "It's great."
Okay, all right. Well, we got the idea. He doesn't
Again,
like it. No need to
handy
go
for us
into
to know that when we're at work. Great,
details.
thanks.
Okay, and is that the good news or the bad news?
Yeah, that was the bad news. But then the good news is I'm working with somebody else this week, and
he
so I
wants to
put it
kill us.
on, and I just didn't say anything. And then they are asking, "What is this? I like it." So there you go.
Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 6. 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
None of your freaking business. What do you want?
I think it's all been a bit down, hasn't it? It's all been
Isn't it?
I just want to share a few positive things about how this coronavirus is I don't know. I'm not too down about it all. I think
Go on, tell us.
There's quite a few positive things going around, and there's another thing that I want to talk about. I've been a bit stupid recently as well, but so there's two things.
Well, then start telling us instead of going through the menu.
Okay. Oh God, Christ. Okay. Right. Okay. So the positive things that there's no traffic on the roads. I work for a bank, so I can get to work in 25 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
Positive. I'm helping people when I do work for a bank. I'm helping people that are out there and they're all troubled, and I've got. It's nice to be able to do those type of things. Yeah.
What, foreclosed mortgages on old ladies? You scumbag! You piece of trash!
I apologise. That's not me personally. I promise.
Oh, okay, fine.
But there's people that are really struggling, and we're out there helping people. But that's not what I'm here to talk about.
Yeah.
I've kind of forgot what phone up to talk about.
You did something stupid, and I think it may have been call us.
Yes, it was. Yeah. No, I did phone you once, and I made a mistake. But it is what it is. No, I've reached a certain age, and you might be able to guess my age because I know you like doing that.
I can't do it. I can't do it while I'm doing the show remotely. I've discovered. The vibe just is gone. I need to be in the studio to get the age vibe.
Okay, well, I'll describe a couple of examples, and you can.
I want to say 40. I want to say 42.
You bastard! I'm 42. Yeah.
Oh yes, he's back. What's your language? He's back. He's back in the New York groove. Yes, man.
I was really surprised. Yeah. So the other day, I was driving back from work the other day, and I was driving back from Manchester from Salford to Denton, and so I was just driving down the road, and somebody like come out from the path and hold his hand out, and I picked him up. And I'm like, why did I pick this guy up? And he said, so I asked him, well, what's your problem, mate? And he said, I just need to get to this certain place. Because I've got to help my mum out and all this kind of stuff. And I picked him up, and I ended up, without thinking about it too much, I ended up with a bloke in the car, and I was driving him down the street thinking, what have I picked this guy up for? This is just like one of those random things that you just think, oh.
Also, he could be dripping in COVID-19.
Yes. Well, no, it was literally, it was a little bit just before the whole, scenario kicked off.
Yeah, when people had it and we didn't know about it. So,
okay, right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. So a little bit before that. So I picked this guy up. He looked a little bit like a friend, and I was caught off guard. And I picked him up, and I'm like,
Is that the end of the story, or is there a point?
No.
And please don't say I picked him up again, because we know you picked him up. Get to the point of the story.
Well, I just think there's more positive things that are going on in the world.
Thanks for your call. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line. I mean, what is going on? I preferred the miserable ones. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hi, am I on? Sorry. I've just been listening, and some of the calls. I just wanted to say a few things. Is that to the chap that's living in his car, use it to the best of your ability. It'll create resilience. It's not forever.
That's a with respect. That's a dumb thing to say.
Yeah. What that I've said?
Yeah.
So why is that a dumb thing to say?
Use it to the best of your abilities. It will create resilience. No. That's insensitive.
No.
That's cold.
No, it's not insensitive. Okay, maybe you're taking that wrong.
No. What positive way is there of you telling a guy who's been kicked out of his house and is sleeping in his car? Right. Use it to your best of your abilities. It will create resilience. No. That's a dumb thing to say.
Okay. It's not a dumb thing to say. I lived in the woods. It
is a dumb thing to say.
Right. If you think so, that's fair enough. What I was going to say is it will not last forever, and it will make him stronger. What I was going to say as well is if people. Great
little nugget of wisdom there. Great, really useful little nugget of wisdom to the fella sleeping in his car.
No, well, I'm just saying what I'm actually saying is it will get better. You know.
Well, then say that instead of it'll create resilience. Who wants to create resilience? He's sleeping in his car.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it. You know, after it's finished, once he's over it, it's like it will make him a stronger person. Ideally, it's not right at the moment. I take that on board. What I'm saying is, I've been in similar situations, and you do get through them. But what you've got to do is you've got to look at the inner circle that you can control. So that's yourself, yeah. And ultimately, we are only accountable for our own actions. Okay. We can't be accountable for anyone else's actions. Okay, so how can we improve our lives?
Instead of telling him how he can, make this into a great experience, why don't you share in the 1 minute 30 seconds we got left what happened to you?
Say that again. What happened to me? I lived in the woods for I lived off the grid for nearly 3 years. So I lived in the woods for 1.5 years. You know what?
Why?
It was horrible. Why did I live in the woods for 3.5 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I lived on a boat before that sank on in the floods. I had nowhere to go, and I just had to get on with it. I had to get on with it. And I'm saying I've been in some down places. I really have. What I'm trying to say is bring a bit of positivity into it. Keep on going. There's people around there that love you. Things will get better. The chap says he's got a job at the moment. It will get better. What I'm saying is you can control your own life. Okay. You've got to keep on going. You've got to keep on going forward, and life will get better. That's what I rang up to say.
All right, thanks very much for your call. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the tape. We need to, what we need is to get this show on cassette, and we need to bury it in the back garden. Oh, I'm going to do time capsules next week with the boys. We're going to bury it in the back garden, and in 50 years' time, they can dig this up and go, what was coronavirus like? They'll dig this tape up, and they will play it and go, flippin' heck, it was dark. We'll take more calls straight to air. This is perhaps one of the rawest shows I've ever done. This is the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. That's Catherine Boyle. This is Talk Radio.
Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Stink, stank, 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 stink, stank. Well, I made some money and I'm feeling good. Stink, stank, stink, stank. Found a honey and I think she would. Stink, stank, stink, stank. Well, I'm moving up from a great big down. Stink, stank, stink, stank. And the way I feel like this sound. Stink, stank, stink, stank. I'm talking about stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank. Yeah. Stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank. Just the other day I was at the shack. Stink, stank, stink, stank. Checking the field, see who I bang. Stink, stank, stink, stank. I laid a bet and I topped my pen. Stink, stank, stink, stank. Say who's that leading at the very last beer? Stink, stank, stink, stank. I'm shouting out. Stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank. Yeah. Stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank. Don't bring me no Ferguson, I don't need stink, stank, stink, stank. Cause I feel better than a stingy bee. Stink, stank, stink, stank. I work the day and I love the night. Stink, stank, stink, stank. Everything's stinging, stang alright. Stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank. Yeah. Stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank, stink, stank. I wanna talk about the way you feel, cause it's so real. Everything about it, I gotta let out. I've been going up and down, but I've been looking round for the clouds to break and the tide to turn. I made some money, I found the honey, and I'm feeling funny for the very first time. I can't take it on the chin, cause the mood I'm in is a swinging one this time. Stay, 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 stay.
Hang on. During the news and that song, Sting Stang by Nick Lowe. I had a pea. I had a packet of Monster Munch. I had a Tesco chocolate brownie sundae. And I had half a packet of Oreos. I'm living the dream, Catherine Boyle.
I just sat here in my onesie like an idiot.
Like a tart, like an old Manchester brass. Where does brass come from? Where does it... No, it was rude. Where does brass come from?
I don't know. Google it.
Wow. Gosh, the art of conversation. Yeah, we played yesterday's news. What are you going to do about it? You're going to sue me? Sue me? Sue you? I sue you. You're going to sue me? I sue you. Here's an interesting story. It's very short. And where is it? Here it is. Tannytown in Maryland, police... This is in America.
Brass nail meaning tail.
Okay, well, where does that come from? Sex workers don't have tails, do they? Unless they're like
they're
the pony people. Okay. Police in America are reminding residents in Tannytown to wear pants when checking their mailbox. In a Facebook post, well, actually, that's not Facebook. Oh, it is, maybe it is. In a Facebook post, police said, "Please remember to put pants on before leaving the house to check your mailbox. You know who you are. This is your final warning."
Oh, my.
That's serious, man. That is some serious shiz going down there.
Sounds like you've got a serial offender on your hands.
Yeah. Well, that's some serious stuff. We're doing straight to air tonight, and I thought it would be a really lovely way of everyone letting off steam. And it'll be silly and nonsense, and we'd all have a good old laugh and start the weekend feeling better about ourselves. But au contraire, what I'm hearing tonight, Catherine, and I don't know if you're hearing anything else, I'm hearing a lot of fear. I'm hearing a lot of anger. It's fear. Fear is what I'm primarily hearing, and that often manifests itself as anger. But that fear seems to be the thread, I think, for most of the calls. What do you reckon?
Yeah, darkness and offloading is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You know, we've spoken to a number of people who rang up with things going on and no real will to rectify things.
No. Well, and that's fine. That we'll carry on doing that if you want. If you want to phone up and play the trombone down the phone, you'd be very, very welcome to. Do whatever you want to do. This is your show tonight. Oh, George, mate, seriously, that is disgusting. The brown air time here at the Lee Studios.
What are you feeding them?
Well, food. I'm feeding them food, and it makes them defecate, and it stinks.
Mine don't fart like that.
It's not farting, it's pooing. So go and poo in the kitchen. Patty stopped farting now. She doesn't fart anymore. Gosh. Poor old George. 0344. We had loads of calls and then they've all buggered off. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. We've got a 14-second delay. Sam, how's it going at your end? Everything all right?
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo. Thank you very much indeed. All right, let's do these. Let's go to line one. Line one, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, Ian. I'm just telling you about my day at work.
Fantastic.
So, basically, I was working with Santiago this morning, and then I've done a double shift, and I was working with Diaz and Santiago after Diaz in the afternoon.
I saw an episode today. It's season 3, and it's the last episode in season 3. I've watched 66 episodes in the past week, and she does yoga. Diaz does yoga.
Ooh.
And let me just say, she works she is a hot worker.
She puts a lot of effort into her work.
She's one of the hottest. And by hot, Catherine, of course we mean hard, we mean good, but we're just hot is like a street slang for this. Diaz is one of the hottest workers, but it's still Gina, for me, is the hottest worker.
I'm starting to be a little bit interested in working with her. I saw the episode today where they went to Captain Holt's birthday party.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one, that.
Yeah, I think it's a really good show.
It's all right. It's not. I don't think it's anything great, but I'm enjoying it. The one I've just started season 4, and I won't spoil it. But Holt and Adam Sandberg, what's his name, Andy Sandberg, they're in witness protection. Anyway, I've spoilt it for you, so we'll move on. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Kath, you should watch some Brooklyn 999s. Excuse me. Hello, is she gone off to boil the kettle again? It's supposed to be Friday nights are supposed to be Kath's night anyway. Outrageous behaviour, but actually probably makes sense. Horribly sexist behaviour from that caller there. Terrible, shame. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, hi mate. How are you doing?
Listen. You can hear Kath making a cup of decaf cough. Listen.
Well, just one sugar in mine, if you don't mind.
There we go.
I'm the first time I've listened to this show tonight, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. The first sort of hour or so, I've been killing myself laughing. Pardon the pun, but I've been absolutely howling, laughing. It was absolutely fantastic, and then it's taken a little bit of a darker turn, and
it's the way it goes.
My heart goes out to everybody that's struggling at the minute, and just a little bit of a light is at the end of the tunnel, and lighter times can come along to people. But listen, one of the things I just wanted to ring up about is that at the minute I've got a bit of a problem with a squirrel at the bottom of my garden.
Little git, what's going on?
The little bugger's got into my shed, and it's gnawed at the back of the shed, and it's got into all my grass seed, and it's making a right mess, and it keeps doing its little droppings everywhere, and I just wondered if you've got any ideas of how to get rid of it.
I know.
You sure it's not a rat?
Oh.
Sorry?
You sure it's not a rat?
No, it's definitely not a rat, unless the rat's been, puffing its tail up with the hairdryer and just putting shit on the fence, fluffing its tail up. It's definitely...
Ingenious creatures, but go on.
I think it's illegal to do this, but I have a friend who's a very well-known celebrity, and he fires...
Is it Basil Brush?
Yes. Metal pellet. He has a catapult, and he fires metal pellets at the squirrels.
You can't do that to cats.
You can't do that to cats. I don't think you're allowed to do it to squirrels. He doesn't do it directly at them. He does it to scare them off. But I don't know if he's ever actually killed a squirrel. I don't think that's his intention. So maybe you could chuck your balls at this squirrel.
Well, I was going to try that, but I thought the neighbours might have rang the police.
Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hiya, just wanted to say hello to everybody out there.
Well, you've done that, thank you. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 4. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Yep.
It's Tracy.
It's who?
Sorry, I'm listening to... It's Tracy.
Okay, hello, Tracy. Turn the radio off and let's get on board the Chattanooga choo-choo train.
Okie dokie. I've got the radio off now. You're sorted.
Lovely. Beautiful. What can we do for you?
What I'm phoning for is I've been listening and I'm finding it very down and it's sad and everyone is scared. And I just thought I'd try and encourage people to just do something a bit more fun.
Go on then. Do something more fun.
I am. It's my son's anniversary. You know me. I spoke to you about suicide and the word commit a while back.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, I do remember you.
Yes, well, it's his anniversary on Sunday, and it's his 10th, and we were all supposed to go to Torremolinos and have a time out there.
When you say anniversary, you don't mean birthday, you mean the anniversary of his death?
Yes, the anniversary of his death.
Right, okay.
So we obviously we're not on holiday and doing what we were planning, so me and my daughter decided to buy a hot tub.
Oh, my God, you swingers.
I know. So we've got this hot tub. And then I found a table on the street, like a high table.
Yes.
And for the past few days, I've been decorating it, and I've turned it into a bar.
Wow.
In dedication for him.
My God.
And we're opening it on Sunday.
Yes, mate. A bar and a hot tub. This is going to be messy.
I know. But the thing is, you can't have anyone round.
No, so it's just going to be you and your husband at it.
Nope. Wait, no, listen, I haven't got a husband. It's my daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Sorry.
We're not going to be at it.
No, that would be that would be crossing a line. My God.
That would be a different story.
No.
No. No, what we've decided is we're having a teddy bears picnic.
Okay.
And we are dressing teddy bears up in different clothes and glamorous clothes.
Oh, bless you. You've gone absolutely crazy, haven't you? You've gone insane with the lockdown. I'm so sorry.
My daughter's 13, you know, she's a bit older.
Oh, she's 13. Oh, I thought, all right, but that's okay. Yeah. I thought the daughter would be like 20 or something.
No.
All right, but still, 13.
No, and we're doing shots. We're going to give them shots, but it'll be obviously non-alcoholic because that would be a waste of alcohol on
Give her a few. Give the 13-year-old a few tequila slammers. She's 13 for crying out loud. We're in lockdown. She's got to learn sometime.
I'll give her a bit of wine with a bit of lemonade.
There you go.
But no, I just wanted people to, you know, sometimes life's really horrible.
Yep.
And you have really bad stuff going on, but you've really got to reach deep into your childish heart and grab something and do something stupid.
I think that can be helpful for some people sometimes. It doesn't always work, and it's not always possible to do, but you're absolutely right. What is your bar getting a name?
Oh, it's called the Buzz Bar.
Oh, I mean, hey, listen, when this is all, when the lockdown is over, me and Kath are going to slip into our bikinis, and we're coming to your hot tub.
Up here.
And we're going to go to the Buzz Bar. Kath, you up for that?
Always, yeah. I mean,
oh, nice one.
All right, Tracy, thanks for your call.
Nothing, you know, good going. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself. And I don't know what the appropriate thing is to say on an anniversary of a son's death. So I'll say, you know, have a good day. I think that sounds fair enough. Let's do one more call. Did we do that quarter past break? We didn't, did we?
No.
Okay, let's do one more call, and then we'll do that break that we need to do. So let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, this is Linda.
Hello, Linda.
Can I first say, when I listen to the radio and you shout at people because they've still got the radio on, I now know why you do it, because when I phoned, all I could hear is music coming through the telephone. So if I haven't got the radio on, I don't know what you're talking about. So
okay, that's fair enough.
I see it from a different point of view now.
Yes, thank you.
I've been listening to your radio program for about 3 years now. First time I've ever phoned. And I've decided to phone tonight because you've been having so many people phoning that are very down and very low mood and everything. And I think I, for one, are coping very well, I think, with this awful crisis. And my life isn't easy by any means. And it is just having a positive...
Sorry, that was the long-time listener, first-time caller bell. George knocked it off. I do apologise.
Wow.
I couldn't find it. Sorry. Go on, you're coping well.
Thank you. You rang my bell, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, it's just about appreciating the small things, isn't it? It's just, I'm quite enjoying not being surrounded by people all the time. So it's nice to have a bit of me time. Sometimes life is a bit too people-y for me. It's nice to have... I live on the coast, and it's a very selfish thing to say, but I'm just loving walking along the beach with my son and my 2 dogs, and it's like having your own private beach. I know that's so selfish, and so because I'm lucky where I live.
It's not selfish. It's lovely. It's lovely.
No, but I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And like I say, my son has special needs, so it's not easy. Nothing is easy, but you have to count your blessings. You really have to. And I'm a lucky person that's able to do that. And I'm good. Again, I'm grateful for that.
Good.
So
well, that's lovely.
That's phone you anyway. Just to lift it a little bit, because
thank you.
You handle people so well, Ian and Kath, that phone in where at their very lowest ebb, and you give such good advice, and you speak so honestly to them, and how you keep your patience sometimes, I just do not know.
Well, Kath is, as you know, Kath is a nightmare to work with, and I'm constantly biting my tongue. You're a very kind person. I bet the beaches have been lovely the last few days with this weather.
Oh, and it is. It's like having, especially over Easter, when it would be packed. It would be absolutely packed.
Yeah.
And it's deserted. You know, it's wonderful, but it does sound a terrible, selfish thing to say.
It doesn't.
I'm not really wealthy to live near the coast. It's not that at all. It's just where I come from. So, you know, I'm just lucky.
Thank you very much indeed.
Tonight is so much better. Can I say that as well? There's no delay tonight. It's brilliant.
Because it turns out there's a better way of broadcasting from home that our bosses hadn't thought about telling us we could use. Thank you. 0344 499 1000. You're very kind. Private beach. I would pretend, Catherine, that I was a multimillionaire and that
like
this
Scaramanga.
Scaramanga. I was going to say Richard Branson, but someone less evil. You're right, Scaramanga, and would make the most of it. We've got to take a break. Then we got the switchboard is full. Okay, here we go. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
How you doing, Boiler? You all right?
Yeah, it's a strange one tonight, isn't it?
Isn't it? But that's where people are. That's where people are, and I found myself getting a little frustrated earlier on, but actually I've just let it go, and that's where people are, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a funny old world, isn't it? Boys go home tomorrow, 10 o'clock. I'll go straight back to bed, and sleep. I'm sleeping all the time. This tiredness is normal. I was texting Danny Wallace, and he's got the same thing. He's just tired. You know, this exhaustion that's there, and I you know, next week, right, we're going to bury a time capsule in the garden. I don't want to. It's back to school next week, isn't it? Pick a line between 1 and 8, Kath. That's how busy we are.
Oh, stop doing this to me, because I keep picking. Right, let's go 8.
You keep picking excellent calls, Catherine.
Yes.
Go on then. You call it. Go on.
Hello, line 8.
That's Sam, thank you. Try again, Kath, go on. I may have been oversensitive. Was that an F-bomb there?
Don't know.
It was either lucky or... anyway, who knows? Now we're back to normal. Pick a line between 1 and 8, please, Kath.
3. Hello, line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hang on, let me press the button. Go on.
Hello, line 3, you're on the wireless.
Thank you. When I wake up in the morning, girl, yeah, the sunlight hurts my eye, blinding, and something without one love, ooh, leaves heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world, it's all right by me. Just one look at you. And I know it's gonna be start of clock. A lovely day.
15 seconds. Absolutely pathetic. Goodbye. Let's go to line 9. Line 15 seconds. That build-up for that, Kath, was awful.
I wouldn't have bothered. It's embarrassing.
Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hello. I just wanted to say happy birthday to me dad. Sorry I didn't get to see you, but Cliff Scott, the best dad in the world, thank you for everything and all that.
Phone him up! Phone him up! Bloody phone him up on his phone! Has he not got a phone?
Call him for him. I'll play him in the morning.
Oh, in that case.
Radio, Dad.
Oh, in that case. What's your dad's name?
Cliff Scott.
Cliff, your son is a lazy git. He should have spoken to you directly instead of using very important airwaves to wish you a happy birthday. This guy's a lousy son.
On the upside, though, that sorts the will problem out. You can get him off and...
Years ago, so thank you all.
All right, go on, Kath, what are you going to say?
Well, I was going to say it makes it a lot easier who's being written out of the will, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, 0344. Oh, go away. I'm just going to try and get my back.
When's his birthday? Not now. Yesterday was his birthday. He's been ignored all day.
Line... Maybe they don't get on. This is how they communicate. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Hi, I'd like to continue from where I left off in the last call.
Oh, you said last off instead of left off. I'm afraid we have to move on. That was too embarrassing. Thank you very much indeed. He said last off. 03444991000. I'm sorry about that. That's a shame, isn't it, Kath?
Yeah, not such a lovely day for you.
No, a lousy day. Try again. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello. I had a really lousy evening last night listening to radio. Because...
Of course, why don't you share it with us? Why don't you share it with us and bring us all down? This will be fun. Thank you.
Okay. So Rainbow George was on your show. Then he was on Daryl Morris's show. And then when I fell asleep, I woke up to him on James Max's show.
Oh, my God. Well, you won't be hearing him on our show anymore.
Oh, good. He's a pillock.
But, no, well, I don't know about that, but I have given him your phone number, so thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Wayne. It's Franna.
Hello, Franna. Franna's not a name.
How are you? Well, I'm not allowed to ask how you are, but I've got something for you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a little tune, and it's going to...
Oh, I thought it was going to be the vaccine for COVID-19. Oh, a tune will do.
No, unfortunately not. Because, we're going to have to go back to homeschooling next week.
My kids don't live with me, and then when they come over on Thursday and Friday, I will have moved.
Let me just put you on speaker, because I've got something for you. Just a sec.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Do it, kids.
Oh, God.
Do you know what? I'll have some of that. That was great. How old was the young person playing that?
43.
Oh!
But I am going to be teaching him that.
I thought you were going to say 7. Oh, my God, that was terrible. Goodbye. 03444991000. Oh, Kath. That's blown my mind.
I mean, that was my youth. They don't do that anymore, do they?
Recorders all used to taste of disinfectant, and I think we need to disinfect. We need to disinfect recorders again, and that should get rid of COVID-19. That's my theory. So I've got some groundbreaking news for you.
Go on.
Finally, my boys have come up with my middle names.
Mm-hmm.
So I've now got 2 middle names, and I'm pleased with these.
Mm-hmm.
May I introduce myself, madam?
Yes.
My name is Iain Felix Diamond Lee. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, but what are they really going to call you?
Well, they wanted to, so the eldest came up with Diamond, so that's been there for a while, and the youngest came up with Felix today while we were in the Tesco's car park, simply because up until then he kept saying, I want it to be Tim. I said, well, Tim's not, you can do better than Tim. I really like Tim. I said, I'll do it, but you can do. So anyway, and I'll check with them tomorrow to make sure they're both completely happy, and then tomorrow I will legally change my name. Or I might do it on Thursday when they're back here. I will legally change my name by deed poll from Iain Lee to Iain Felix Diamond Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, I have middle names again. Oh, I'm so happy. What a present.
You know, Diamond is a stripper's name, but I'm happy for you, but are you cool with this?
Kath, one day this career is going to come crashing around my ears. Always good to have a little backup plan.
Felix Diamond. I mean,
That's a good, isn't it?
That is a name, isn't it?
It's a great name. I'm thrilled with that. I'm really thrilled with that. I'm going to do that next week. Deed poll. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Okay, so you're wrong about brass, Catherine. Why? What the connection between sex worker? Gary says brass door. Hello, are you listening to me?
I am, but I googled it. I don't really care.
Why
I was
did you
slightly taken aback by this. Pardon?
Why did you mute your microphone then?
Just to have a little sob to myself. I mean, God.
And also brass flute. But you no, Kath, you're right. You googled it. You googled it, and the first thing that came up was what was that thing that you googled once? And it was so wrong. It was incredible, but it was the first thing that came up. And then when you clicked on the actual link, it was only like half the sentence or something. Do you remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Idiot. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Who's Gary anyway? What's Gary know?
Gary probably knows more about sex workers than
Did
you
he
do.
ask Jeeves?
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello. I just didn't want to leave you. My name is Jill. I didn't want to leave you thinking I'm a miserable old cow, because I'm not.
It's too late, Jill. We think you are miserable.
I just wanted to leave you with a little thought.
Oh, God.
I wish I were a glowworm. A glowworm's never glum. Because how can you be grumpy when the sun shines out your bum?
0344 499 1000. Let's go. Now I can see what the first call was about. Let's go to line... It's a joke. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Shy, shy, hush, hush.
Kajagoogoo.
Thank you very much indeed. My favourite Kajagoogoo song was... but I think they changed their Kajagoogoo. I think they changed their name. This is it. This is a great song. Do you know? Hang on. Do you know this one? Yeah.
Is it about New York?
Yeah. The chorus to this is great. Hang on.
See my face, you know where I've been. Walking in jungle, cruising down Boulevard, part of the race, taking a tumble. Loving a stranger is fearing from danger, is crying is a man.
Here we go. Get ready for the euphoric chorus. Oh, it took too long to get to it. Let me just jump. Let's get to the chorus. Hang on, here we go.
Life in the Big Apple, very fast and so much yellow. Do like the others do, and don't you drag your heels.
That's quite a good song. I quite like that.
I was quite pally with one of Kajagoogoo for a while. Used to come into the show a lot, that I used to do. Nick Beggs, Absolutely Mad.
Okay.
You'd like it.
Okay. All right. Fine. But it's not a Limal.
No.
Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
The referendum was about immigration. Now, the first thing they'll say is, yeah, but what about the 1.5 million Brits that work abroad? Okay. Spread over how many countries is in 500 million people? In Germany, in Austria, in Spain, in all them countries, in France, everywhere you go, you do not go to an hotel and find an English person speaking there, not English speaking, English citizen working behind the counter. You tell me an hotel in London or anywhere surrounding, and even up the north now, then when you go in, there's somebody with a foreign accent.
Thanks very much for your call. It's a good point, Catherine. Very, very well made. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Dan calling. Just thought I'd share something with you. Obviously, with the coronavirus going on, as I'm driving trucks, I'm seeing plenty more people on the side of the road, on paths.
Obviously, with the coronavirus going on, you've been driving trucks.
That's right, and we see more people walking on the side of roads and crossing bridges and all that.
I think they're called pavements, aren't they, the side of roads? Yes,
That's
yes.
right, that's right,
Yeah,
yeah. And you see plenty of people, usually young children, pump in the air when I either drive towards them or past them. And it's a great joy to beat them with my device. Without
You beat them with your device. Well, funnily enough, yeah, do you know what? My boys have been waving at trucks. I took my 8-year-old to Tesco today. I mean, he was in the car.
Oh, yeah.
But he was, for some reason, because my 8-year-old is absolutely insane, right? You'll probably understand this, Kath. He was just saluting in the car, right? And he saluted, and a woman who was walking towards us with a dog saluted back at him.
Good.
And he found that it was just a coincidence that we were going past her. And me and him were in hysterics in the car he went, that lady just saluted back at me. I said, yeah, that's the coolest thing. So, yeah, we've been kind of waving at truck drivers as well.
It's a bit like that advertisement for AA where the guy fist pumps the air from the kids singing in the back of the car.
And this device that you use to make a noisy sign to the children, what would you call that device? Is there a word for it?
I would call it my horn.
Don't say you get your horn out for children, sir. That will get you in a lot of trouble. 03444991000 is the telephone number. Why did he speak like a Victorian robot, Catherine?
I don't know. That's why I was suspicious of what was going to come.
Yes,
and then I realised, oh no, he's just a really nice bloke who's enjoying seeing the delight on children's faces.
He's a nice
guy. I once
guy.
saw a friend of mine from school and I thought, why is she standing in the middle of the street like that? What on earth is she doing? And then as I got a bit closer, she was standing next to her 2-year-old son. He was so small I couldn't see him when I was over the distance. And he was looking at a digger. And they'd been there for about half an hour.
Do the girls... Well, I'm guessing girls aren't into diggers then?
She wasn't really. No, neither of them.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God. But little boys, 2, 3, probably up to the age of 5, diggers and tractors, Catherine. Oh, my God. It is... We would... When the boys were younger, if we knew there was roadworks going on, we'd walk that way so they could stop and look at the diggers. It's the weirdest... I remember doing it with Dylan. I remember going and looking at a digger with Dylan for ages and ages. They just stare at diggers. It's fascinating.
Diggers are good. I've driven a digger.
Have you?
I've never sat and watched one. Yeah. I've driven a digger, a dumper truck, a fire engine, a hovercraft. Yeah, they did this a driving day, and I went.
Big old, hard to turn hovercraft. I believe it's got quite a wide turning circle because you start to turn and it carries on. Yeah, you carry on. Oh, you sounded like Barry from Watford. Then say that again.
You've got to use your body.
Okay, let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hiya, how you doing?
None of your business.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. What you got for us, man?
Yeah, just really, we're talking about Brexit and the vote. Yeah.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
I voted.
No, we're not. We're not talking about Brexit and the vote. Who said we're talking about Brexit and the vote?
Well, I was just listening to it.
It was someone phoned up and played a recording. Someone phoned up and played a recording of someone talking about Brexit from quite some time ago. So we haven't been talking about Brexit.
Okay. So what we're talking about?
Well, it's people are just talking about. I'm going to stitch myself up here.
Okay.
People are talking about whatever they want to talk about. So I guess you can talk about Brexit if you want. You got me there.
Yeah. So I will hold my hand up and say I voted out. But you get.
You're the reason we got coronavirus.
No, it's not. And yes, sorry, that's it's China virus, not corona.
Ian from Weymouth, go away, you horrible little racist. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we could have had some fun then, but he was a knob. Let's try line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi there, Ian. Hello, Catherine. How are you?
Hey, June. I'm all right. What you got?
Well, I've got a couple of things. One, I absolutely adore your eldest son's middle name for you.
Diamond?
It happens to be, yes.
Apparently it's a stripper's name, June, according to the person who used to be my best friend.
Oh, well, I don't think so. I mean,
No.
It happens to be the last name of my Cocker Spaniel. Her name is Lady Prudence Dubai Diamond.
And when does she wear clothes? Never. Thank you very much.
We're all overlooking Neil Diamond here, guys. We are all overlooking one of the greatest... We're overlooking the Jewish Elvis, all right?
You're not calling yourself Neil,
Don't
love.
forget, if you can remember, Double Diamond Beer.
Oh, I remember Double Diamond
For the
Beer.
teenagers.
Yes, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Jim, for your support. It's appreciated.
The other thing is,
Yep.
the funniest thing that I've seen today was my two grandchildren playing with juggling balls, plate spinning, and balloon twisting.
Oh.
And that has been an education.
There you go. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. We got the calls are coming in thick. So we'll get back to them after this.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Oh 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call.
Why have you gone all quiet?
Just reading something. All right, let's do these last few calls, shall we, as we hurtle towards Martin Kellner. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Evening, is that Felix Diamond I'm talking to?
Yes, it is. First person to use my new name. Yes. Yeah. Yes, this is. Call it. It's Felix Diamond.
I just want to say I've been listening to the back catalogue that's been put online of yours since Absolute Days, and the bloke who did it, I can't remember his name. I just want to say thanks, because it's been keeping me sane the last few days.
I have absolutely no idea who has put up all of those shows illegally online. It's Matty, and I know absolutely nothing about what you're talking about. Thanks very much indeed.
Fair enough.
Very welcome. Stay sane, stay safe. Thank you, mate. Let's go to line 4 for you. First person to use my new name. It felt good. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Sam, if you don't mind, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, it's Basil Scott here. I don't really believe it. 47 minutes I've been waiting. I was after the bank. I've got my papers ready and everything.
Okay. You okay?
My phone's read up.
Okay, I can't understand what you're saying, so thank you. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jessie.
Hello, pal. It's not an easy time, is it, pal?
No.
But I want to share something useful.
Okay.
For the vulnerable people and elderly and people like me. So I forgot about the service and I remembered the council supported food service is still running, and that's national.
Brilliant.
Can I give them a plug?
Yes.
Tell people about it. So a lot of people don't know. It's what happened. The hot meal service, because people didn't want it at that time, and they wanted to choose when they eat, so they stopped the hot meal service, and it's made all fresh, and it's made into special ready meal style, so it's easy to eat, and you get veg with it. It's really nice. It's Wiltshire Farm Foods.
So who?
Wiltshire.
Yeah, did you phone up another show and talk about these the other day?
No.
Someone did. I heard. Did you not speak to Howard Hughes about this?
No.
Yes, you did.
Basically,
Yes, you did. I heard you speaking to Howard Hughes about Wiltshire Farm Foods.
Oh, did I? I can't remember. Sorry.
Yes, you did. I heard you speaking to Howard Hughes about this. They're famous. You can buy them in the shops, I think. Or maybe you can't. Anyway, they're good. You've given them a plug, Jessie. Thank you very much. You've given them 2 plugs now. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
Okay, thanks very much. They're quite boring. Lousy, lame musical pastiches are kind of boring. I like that, the original of that song, though. Who did that? It's not Camila Cabello, is it?
No, it
Selena
was... No, it was...
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Carly Rae Jepsen. The Jepsons.
No, Jepsen. Although there was a cover done by a couple of Geordie girls in Geordie that was actually brilliant.
I don't like those things.
Yeah. I do.
Well, that's okay. I don't want to invalidate...
that's why you're wrong. So.
No, I don't want to invalidate you making a huge error of judgment, so I won't. But no, I like the original. The original is great and it's better.
Have you heard it?
The original, yes, I've heard it. Yeah.
No, the one I'm referring to.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the conversation that we're having to the conversation. Some women find dismissiveness sexy, actually.
Not this one.
Oh, you're so dismissive, and it really turns me on. I'm so tired. Thank God it's the freaking weekend, baby. I'll be miserable over the weekend because I'll have nothing to do. But that's just the way it goes. I dug up a bit of the garden today.
Which bit? Not the grave bit.
No. There's a bit where I had a tree and I got the tree taken out. So there's a massive sort of patch of just earth in the middle of the lawn.
Right.
And it's all quite solid, and it's solid earth, and it's got like wood chips and stuff on it. And it rained today, so I was able to go out in the rain. I've been waiting for it to rain, so I could go out in the rain, turn the earth, and then sprinkle a few grass seeds. So I've done basically gardening. I've communed with my God. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello. Is this
Yes.
my line 1?
Yes. No, you've gone. Let's go to line 2. I didn't do that. They did that themselves. It wasn't me. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Anne. Hi, Kath. How are you?
What have you got for us?
I haven't got anything happy, actually. Tonight's show's been quite raw, isn't it? And I'm just terribly sorry. I'm just going to add on to it.
Go for your life.
Have you heard of the spoon theory?
The spoon theory, like the person who likes to be the small spoon is the nicest.
Oh no! No,
I don't know.
Not
No, I don't know.
No. Okay, so spoon theory basically is the person who came up with the spoon theory. It's originally they came up to express other people who are in like chronic, who has some sort of like chronic illness.
Right.
But I think. So the theory in a nutshell is, so you've got each person in the world, you have a supply of spoons, and they are the ones that gets you through the day. So you wake up in the morning, and you've got a limited number of spoons, and you get out of bed, that's going to cost you 1 spoon. You're going to go get freshened up, get ready, that costs you a spoon. Make breakfast, that's going to cost you 1 spoon. So basically, you're given a limited number of spoons, and to get through the day, you have to use up your spoons wisely to get through the day. Otherwise, it's similar to you play video games, right? Similar to you have certain number of lives, and you have to make sure you don't die. So it's just like people who have got chronic illness, they have their supply of spoons actually lower than someone who hasn't got any condition. So I think. There's been so many calls tonight about people feeling depressed, feeling like what's the point of living, ending their lives and all that. And it's just, I think, all of us staying indoors in lockdowns, obviously, if you already suffer from depression and anxiety, it's all affecting us. So we don't have the amount of spoons that usually have. And I feel like, sorry, I've just had a really rough day, and I didn't have a lot of spoons to start the day with, and I'm running short. But I feel like the thing is, when you're running short of spoons, you can actually get spoons from others. So it doesn't work if you've got a health problem, illness. But if you're suffering with depression or anxiety, I feel like, if someone gives you a hug, that gives you 2 spoons. Your cat comes and sits on your lap and starts purring. That gives you another 2 spoons.
You've said spoons so many times now that I don't. The word spoons doesn't have any meaning to me anymore. I don't know. Spoons has become meaningless. But I go on. I get your point. We've only got a couple of minutes left.
No, that's all right. All I'm saying is, when you feel like it's ending and there's no point to life anymore.
Buy some more cutlery.
It's okay to sort of, go to Tesco, buy a bag of spoons. No, you can't. But talk to people who you care about, or who get to, or do the things that sort of gives you a bit of extra spoons.
All right, brilliant. Listen, thank you for that, Farah. We've got to move on because I want to get in a couple more calls before Martin Kellner comes in. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello. Am I line 3? Oh, I love 3s. Do you like 3s? Hello?
No, I find that 3s are generally knobs. Why didn't you have the voice effect on when you called a second ago and then cut yourself off? Is that why you cut yourself off, because you didn't have the voice effect on? I would guess that means yes. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Okay, thank you very much indeed. I mean... Oh, God.
I'm so out of spoons, I'm almost out of forks.
I've been using knives to eat my cereal. I get what she was saying, totally get what she was saying, but spoons is a strange...
What do I spoons?
Strange utensil. I mean, even utensils is a strange thing to use. Any form of cutlery is a strange thing to use when the thing about the number of lives you have in a video game actually works better.
Yeah.
But thank you. It's an interesting point. Oh, we got 2 minutes, and there's only one call on the line, and they've been on twice, and both of their calls have been rubbish. So
let's not then.
Oh no, God, no! I'm looking at 2 of my cats who are asleep. It's funny. The babies like to sit. I don't know where the big girls are. They're probably in the boys' bedroom, actually, or rather, they're in their bedroom, which the boys are sleeping in. But while I've been doing the show at home, the babies, George and Patty, like to sit in the same room as me, which is very, very sweet. I enjoy that. Let's try this one. Let's try line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hey, Ian, did you ever see an old fridge or an old TV on the side of the road with the plug on it, and you tied it to the back wheel of a parked car?
No.
Okay.
Thanks very much for your call. Although, every time, Catherine, I see any bit of electrical equipment outside of a house, my first thought is, I could probably carry that home.
I know, because you're partial to a skip find.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I think it might be genetic.
It's definitely come from my dad. I'm better now than I was. Much better now than I was. But yeah, I do keep my eye out on stuff like that. Of course, kids these days, no, I would not tie the plug to a wheel of a car, but I've been known to cut the plugs off back in the day because when stuff, you remember you used to get stuff, electrical stuff, it didn't have a plug on it.
It didn't have a plug on it, yeah.
Everything's got plugs on. I'll tell you what else they got. Everything's got plugs, and every plug has got those plastic protectors on the plug nodes, which I always forget. So I spend 2 minutes trying to get the plug into a socket. It's got the protector on the nodes.
Plug fun. Call me now. 0344 499 1000.
Well, Catherine, that's a whole different kind of show.
Fact,
and on that,
call Martin Kellner about that. He loves it.
On that bombshell, I think it's time to come to an end. Sam, thank you so much for your help this week. Thank you very much indeed, Catherine. Martin Kellner is up next. We're back on Monday. Have a safe weekend. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.